Ba-da-bum. Hello, hello. Are we live? Testing, testing. Hello. Just gonna do a bit of a quick sound test. Just making sure we sound good. Because I never know like how we sound until like we're deep into it. Hello, hello. Are we even live? Are we live? I can't tell. Okay, people are responding.
That's a yes.
It's gamer time. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Apologies, I am itchy. Justin, no Justin. Hello. He just says hell. I think he meant hello. I see Art of War. Christopher Mitchell. Happy birthday, thank you. What's with the vile sires from the thumbnail? Well, hello. We sound fine? Can't believe the thumbnail. Also, happy birthday. Hey, hello, thank you. Yo Gamer Man. That's a great name.
My blackberries are all gone.
You ate them all? I bought them today.
I know, I was hungry apparently.
Apparently. Hold on, Alex will be right back.
Do you want you
I'm actually good. I got my water
do you keep that cup?
Yeah, I'll want to keep that cup actually.
Alright, I'm gonna get it out of the way at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd keep it there actually so I can think about. Alright, yeah. I'll want to wash it because there's no straw big enough for my protein shakes. Hello! Thank you! Hello. Okay, so as you can see, my wife is here. She'll be back in a second. Feliz cum... I believe that means happy birthday?
No. I mentioned the child a second.
Alright. Just letting you guys know, it is bedtime, and as you know, bedtime never means bedtime. So while we're talking, if we yell for Jojo, we're not yelling for an anime character, arguably, but we're arguing for our child to run back to bed.
She just asked if she could read a bedtime story.
She read, okay, so she's gonna be reading a bedtime story.
So if we start hearing little voices from the back room, it's my daughter reading herself to sleep.
Thank you. Okay, so, hello, this is Alex, or Elena, as she is known as. That's, Muffin back there.
Hi, Muffin.
Hello, Muffin. Dear Loading Crew, give me your favorite anime TV show song. I'll make a JoJo stand for your birthday. Okay, actually, I do, it's not a JoJo OC per se, but I did have a monster from a Pathfinder campaign who did have a stand. Like, unironically, whole hog, it is just a mind flayer with a stand. And the stand was called Orange Range. And it was a four-armed lizard that would, like, splooge and create a territory kind of like an inkling. And if you were caught in it, you would have negatives to your stats. So... whole hog. I did have a character with a stand. Like,
Orange Ranger's good. That's not something that everybody would have.
Yeah, no, it's a Japanese rap band, I think. Name your child after an anime. Both of you are pure culture.
Okay. So Jojo was named after a little bit of everything.
So Jojo, her first name is Joanna.
Johanna.
Because her father's or her family is obsessed with the name John. So wanted to.
John is a big family name for me, and we knew that it was going to be our only child. Mm-hmm. So I knew I wouldn't get, because I always wanted a boy. Mm-hmm. But I knew I wouldn't get a boy, so I was like, okay, so she's going to get the John name. So I gave her Joanna.
Yeah.
And then both of her grandparents have a Joe in their middle name, or if they're just straight up Joe. So it was that. And then I also gave her a middle D name because...
Alex and I both have middle names that start with D.
Start with D.
Yeah.
Which is also my favorite One Piece thing, is the Will of D. So I also gave her a middle D name that is Celtic because of extremely Irish.
Don't drop her middle name, but
I'm not.
Yeah, but it is a D name.
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
So we all have. So it was a JoJo and a One Piece and a family thing for both sides of the family, as well as. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. You didn't name your daughter Jojo after the show. I mean,
It was a factor.
It was a factor.
Like once I realized that wanted to name her a form of John. I was like, well, it'll be Joanna Jones, and she could be a Jojo too, and this was 11 years ago. So.
Yeah, this was back in like what 09, and we were watching Ant Fish's Abridged series.
Yeah.
And I did explain this in my Dio video that I did. And yeah, people are wanting to know about redo of Healer and all that stuff. So we should probably talk about why everyone's
here. We gotta talk about my boy Cam.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
So I spent most of the day gathering about 100 or 200 comments, little in between. I can't remember the exact amount.
Jojo Crew.
Jojo Crew. And as you can see, I only grabbed like a handful of videos. Because most of the comments this month were really tame, and even in the redo of Healer video, which we will get to, not a ton of negativity. Like
you had a couple, but
I had a couple. I did have some.
We expected a lot more than what we got.
I was serious. Yeah.
You talking about my boy Kira? Oh wow.
Oh. Did you think I would go through this whole day without wishing you happy birthday? Happy birthday, sir. Thank you, Dead Man. Thank you,
Dead Man.
Thank you. So, yeah, like I did grab the negative comments. I grabbed surprisingly most of them out of like, it's kind of funny if I look at my YouTube stats. Like this month, actually I do want to show you.
I had a couple.
Double my voices.
Bye, say something nice to us.
Bye. I respect that you won't drop her middle name. I know it's her price. So, yeah, no, I
actually realized that I take more pictures of my cats than I do my daughter because I realize I take pictures mostly to share them. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to post pictures of my daughter all over the internet.
So, I do have the stats for this month. If you want to see the best performing videos, I'll actually go ahead and show you real quick.
He's appreciating all the happy birthdays, guys. I respect it.
No, thank you. Sorry if I don't get to you. I promise it's not like.
Oh, my entire mod room said happy birthday too.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So I wanted to show everyone the top performing videos, and I'll give you some numbers real quick because like we're not like it wasn't a rousing success, but it was very enlightening this month. So here's our top performing videos if you want to see them in terms of views. Do you ever wonder why we're here? Hello. So, as you can see, we got Jack Sparrow just shy of 50K, and then all the way down to the Doc Ock and the Spider-Man villains. And weirdly enough, Crunk snuck in there because for whatever reason, YouTube started promoting the Crunk video halfway through, and I don't know why, but it sure did. So I only grabbed comments from the videos that were kind of either controversial or had just really interesting things to say. So specifically, I got Captain Marvel, Frozen, Goblin Slayer, Jack Sparrow, Jinx, McKevin, Redo of Healer, Scott Pilgrim, and Uzaki. So I figured we're gonna save Redo for near the end. We won't have it at the very end, but we will have it next to the end because I kind of want to use Kevin as like a palate cleanser. Right. So the last one we're gonna do is Kevin McAllister, and then I figured the first one we're gonna do is Jack Sparrow. Are you guys cool with that? That way people can come in and they can kind of see like what we're doing, that sort of thing. And what? Oh Jesus! Comment. What the fuck? My comment. Why?
Oh no!
Where did my comment box go?
And it wouldn't be a Loading Crew stream without some technical difficulties.
Of course. It has to be. Like, it is not a Loading Crew stream unless we have issues. Alright, for whatever fucking reason, I lost my comment thing, so that's nice.
Wait 1 second, yeah.
I apologize. There we go.
I remember why I watched your husband this way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we met someone at a con this year who found us through the Has-Been essays.
Oh, yeah.
And she was, like, really nervous and really sweet. It
was cute.
Thank you. Yeah, especially to her. $10. I told you I'd come by. Happy birthday, Stuart. May this year be better than the last. Thank you. I'm last year I was like, 2021's my year. And now, like, I'm pretty confident with 2022. I think we'll do well. You guys have streamed before? Oh, we streamed quite a bit. We streamed the... Unless you're joking, we stream our Pokemon D&D campaign on Twitch, and we do have a gaming channel. So, yeah.
We just posted our supercut of FNAF.
Yeah, over Christmas we played FNAF Security Breach.
Oh, I wish I had my new jacket. Oh, it's not coming until tomorrow.
I wonder if my comment will be in this. It's not negative enough to be. I got, like I said, I don't know if you caught all of this current live stream, but I had shockingly few negative comments even during the redo of Healer video, and I screenshotted a shitload of comments. You guys saw the top 10 performing videos, so like number 1 was Jack Sparrow, and it had like 210 comments, and it had 50,000 views. Kayaruga had half of that, and it's approaching 1,000 views, or it's approaching 1,000 comments. So like, like that video made an impression on people. So yeah, I hope you saw my redo of Healer comment. I saw every comment. However, I could not, unfortunately, I could not match every comment to every name, but I did read all of them, all 900. I just only screenshotted about 30. So there was a story.
Wow.
Well, because a lot of them had similar vibes.
Yeah.
And I will talk about the vibes as we get to them. Yeah, most of the comments were positive. Like, believe it or not, it's been a mostly positive month.
I am curious because there was a couple people who I even got in on the comments on the Radio Healer video, and the one guy was like trying to call me out.
Yeah, there were,
and I was like,
there were a few people. I actually did get him. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I did get him.
Oh, I get to talk about that?
Yeah, we get to talk about that guy.
Okay. Oh boy.
Does my little rant about Scotty? It's our boy Scotty! Okay, you don't know this, but, Scotty...
Yeah, what?
Okay, so, halfway through the month, I had to announce that, we're replacing Kratos and someone else with Vi and Jinx. And Scotty comes into the community post and says something along the lines of, "God damn it, I was really waiting for that one." And so, in the Vi video... I specifically apologized to Scotty, and I showed his comment. It's like, there's our boy! There's our man!
Hello. Gonna pop in and say happy birthday. You guys remember videos?
Thank you.
That's all him. I appreciate that.
I just subscribed to TheLoading too. Thank you! Yeah. Definitely. Who is Scotty? Scotty's in the comments. If you scroll up a little bit. He doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't know Scotty? Have you watched Musiko Tensei? I have not. I am a Ghost subscriber, which means I don't comment. No. The Ghost. I've never heard that term, Ghost subscriber. But goddamn it, Scotty. Muffin! Oh my god! Leave him be.
He's so cute.
You're distracted.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's so fluffy.
Scotty's famous now. Hello, Scotty. Okay, so I'm going to go through the comments, and we're going to start with Jack Sparrow, mostly because that was the most viewed video of the month. So if that's cool with you guys, I think we'll go ahead and start reading comments. I will try to respond to chat as much as possible, but we do have 65 people in here. That's really good.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. And, I will, like I said, I got about 100 comments. I don't know if we'll get to them all, but I'm going to try.
We better start.
So yeah, first video, this was the Jack Sparrow video, and this is a comment from Tim. Kim says, "I think the exclusion of the people aren't cargo scene, deleted or not, was still unfortunate." Do you know that scene?
No.
Okay, so Jack Sparrow talks to the, what is his name? Like the evil admiral in the third movie.
The admiral, right?
And there's a very famous deleted scene where the guy said, "You know, if you didn't drop your cargo, you wouldn't have been labeled a pirate." And then Jack Sparrow responds, "People aren't cargo mates," implying that he was a slave.
Slavery,
and he let them all go. And as much as we wanted to include that, even as a comment, the video was already approaching a very chunky amount of time.
And that would have taken...
It's so good.
That would have been, yeah.
Yeah, it was good, but I didn't include things in Captain Marvel that were deleted that we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
So any scene that's deleted is non-canon, regardless of how good it actually is. And
yeah, it has to be like because you can't because then people would be like, well, why don't you include like original intentions and stuff like that? You can't do retroactive things to that because it would miss the point of judging a product that is finished the way it is.
Beckett, that's his name. By the way, if you want to know how slow that was, like a minute behind.
Yeah.
That's crazy how slow that is. Good to know though. Oh my god, this art is bloody amazing. Oh yeah, by the way, this art in the background is from our Pokemon D&D campaign over on TheLoadingCrew, or the recap episodes. I pay a lot of money to have those made, and no one watches them. I had them edited by an editor from Disney, and no one watches them. So it's people ask, why isn't the next episode out? And I'm like, well, the last one got 1,000 views, so there's no incentive, and it costs me a lot to make them.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get a Loading Crew's reviews deleted scenes? Maybe. I would love to.
That'd be a separate entity though. That's the thing is because like I said, you have to judge the product based on how it stands, not how it could have been or would have been. That defeats the purpose of judging a product the way it is. Mm. Cat being distracted. Never heard of that before.
I know quite of my comments were either as criticisms of the work presented or my history with the works related. I mean, that's valid. Like, if you're really attached to the work, and I get things wrong, all the time, and I'm never afraid to admit when I'm wrong. But based on the observations that I saw and based on the conclusions I came to, that's usually what, this is kind of what it has. I'm not even mad that you're not subscribed to Loading 2 or anything like that. It's just, that's where we got our start. I was inspired by you to make a Yu-Gi-Oh campaign. Neat. I work cowards. That sounds about right. Wouldn't you say you should have put it in for trivia's sake? I mean, we just ran out of time, and I think
the thing is there's no room in your video for trivia. Trivia would have to be something that you would do after the fact because you already talk about so much in your videos that if you wanted to include trivia, then honestly, the videos probably go an hour and a half, and nobody's gonna watch that.
Yeah.
It's
not that nobody's gonna watch it.
Not in this style. Mm-hmm. It doesn't match what you're doing in the video. The videos fall apart the minute they lose the idea of their core concept. They have to stay consistent. Mm-hmm. You can't be wishy-washy with what you choose to include or not include, or the entire idea crumbles from the core.
Yeah. And like I said, that one was getting chunky as it was, and I think at the time Joe and I were more concerned about the pace of the video, because again, Joe Cat joined me on that one. If I had full control of the entire thing, and if I thought about it, I would have included it. But I don't even remember if I discussed it with Joe Cat.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I think we did talk about it, but I think we eventually just forgot or didn't include it for various reasons. Yeah, it's just. What was my favorite video from the year? I think Redo. That one.
Was the only one I watched multiple times.
Or Nagatoro. But I've got a lot of me wrapped up in that. Kane, I hope my comment wasn't long-winded or rude. I don't remember which comment yours was specifically. I can look you up later. That's fine. So next one. Back to the comments.
It's a shame that Jack's already wished me.
Do you want to read it out loud, or you want me to read it out loud?
I'm just reading it quickly.
Okay. Just in case you guys can read. It's a shame that Jack's long-running wish to become immortal, though, by any means necessary, wasn't given a proper send-off. To be honest, the only reason I captioned this is I didn't know that was his goal. Did he state at any point that was his goal?
The way he acted, it came off as that intention. He just always let other things get in the way of it.
Yeah, I do. If this was a thing,
I think it might have been an interpreted intention from this.
Yeah, I don't... If it was, I miss that.
I think there's a message in there about eternal life isn't as valuable as saving people those you care for. See, this kind of stuff is just one person's or, a few people, the way they interpret the movies. It's not exactly an explicitly stated fact. It's just something that people can kind of look at and then get that out of a film, which is supposed to be something that happens, right? Like, a bunch of people are going to watch the same thing and get different messages out of it. That I can see where people get that message out of those movies, but it's not specifically what the movies are about. Mm-hmm. It's kind of it's a read between the lines idea. Yeah. Absolutely. But it's not an intention that every viewer is going to pick up on.
Have you heard of Death of the Author? Do you know what that means?
Oh, yeah, no,
yeah. Oh, I don't know if you know what that means.
I have, yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, so, like, for example, George Lucas, Star Wars Episode 1, by the way, the J, Real McCoy, I will get to your comment, I promise. So, like, a lot of people interpret Jar Jar as a racist caricature. And I'm like, how the fuck did you come to that conclusion? Yeah. And people present their evidence, and it's not invalid, it's just like, I think you looked into that differently, and people are calling it that regardless of what George says, and that's kind of Death of the Author.
Yeah, I know what that is.
I know, I was explaining it to people.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Hi, $5, happy birthday. Have you ever thought of Master Chief, Dante Raiden, or Chris Redfield? Chris is actually on the list. Like, I think he has been worked on. Like, I watched Resident Evil 2 and 3. I watched a couple. I know he's been worked on a little bit. We just didn't get to him yet. Master Chief, I would love to do, but part of me is worried that I would dive into a million goddamn things and, like, that video just won't perform. Because video games...
the problem is he has to watch, when it's a character, he has to watch everything the character was part of.
Yeah.
So if it's too long or too lengthy, like, people have been already yelling at him, like, why do you... I get going back to the redo healer, the video.
You can't wait to get to that, can you?
No, it's just the one I read all the comments on, so I know how to reference it. Somebody was, like, mad that you didn't do Endeavor because, Endeavor's getting this big character arc and you're doing this bull crap, and it was like... MHA is still going on. You can't. Well,
so is Redo, but I don't need to go back to Redo either. Like, not really.
Redo is basically finished, though. Like, the actual intentions of the character are finished. Like, and a character going through his arc.
Dante, I think, would do well, but I also, if I do Dante, I'd want to do Virgil. Raiden, God, Metal Gear. I have played... God, maybe a collective of 4 hours of Metal Gear Solid ever. And that's including replaying the PlayStation 1 demo that comes with every PlayStation 1.
You could do that, you would love.
What?
Lloyd Irving.
Oh, I would love Lloyd Irving. No one would watch it. You know what? If I did maybe we can make that tell you what, I think in the future, either we're going to do a Patreon thing or like a member thing or something where people can vote on it, and it would be just a list of characters that I personally want, but they can kind of decide.
Like, help you come to the conclusion.
Like Lloyd Irving. I would love to do him.
Yeah.
So I would love to do Raiden, or even Big Boss or any of those guys, but I just don't know anything about him. It was stated by his dad in the third movie. It's not about living forever, Jackie. It's about living with yourself forever. Oh, fuck. I just missed it. I just missed it. That's me. How hard is it to make D&D, Twitch, and YouTube content? It's not hard to make content. It's hard to make good content.
So no One Piece. I mean...
One Piece... Oh, my God. When it's done, I will do my best. And what I would do with that is I would do it by story arc and just hit major beats, and it would be like bullet points.
But make no mistake, we are huge One Piece
I
fans.
love One Piece, yeah. No,
it is my favorite manga, period.
Yeah. D&D alignment video in 30 seconds. See, that's been suggested a few times, and maybe I'll do it like
the speedrun versions, yeah.
Yeah, maybe as a that is an idea, but I will come back to that in the future. Okay, thank you. By the way,
I literally put Will of D in my daughter's name.
Yeah, if you can't tell, yeah, we like One Piece. Number 3. Okay, so this one was... There was an extended scene for when Jack and Elizabeth were marooned together in the first film, where he angrily shouts his whole plan to her, which was hilariously enough to help everyone get out of what they wanted, minus the bad guys, and that it was her dear, sweet, stupid boyfriend that screwed the whole thing up marvelously. Basically, yeah, it's them kind of justifying Jack's actions. And again, I don't include deleted scenes. I don't include extended scenes. I only include trivia if I know it offhand. Like the redo video. I was very knowledgeable about redo and the creation process behind it, so I included more things in it. And unfortunately, I didn't know that about Jack Sparrow. And neither did Joe Cat. And again, Joe Cat actually wrote most of my collaborations I do by myself, and I just have the collaborator kind of approve it. It's very rare where I go a movie at a time and just work with someone the entire time. And at that point, Joe and I spent over a week writing that script, and we didn't want to work on it anymore. So I think that might have been a factor.
Probably.
Yeah, sorry.
So the problem with this video in particular, with what it's looking like, is that you had too much material and not enough time to dedicate to the effort that it needed to really be put into it.
Yeah.
Especially with it being collaboration, there was just too much to go through.
Yeah, it was nuts.
We just deleted scenes and went.
I did include some trivia. But I didn't include all of it. If all games featuring Jack are canon, does that mean he actually beats a Chronomancer with the power of Death Breath? Yeah, okay, technically speaking, every game with Jack Sparrow is canon, and I do mean canon as into the story, because Pirates of the Caribbean does not care. They just threw everything at the wall,
No, they don't.
and whatever Jack Sparrow is in, I think is technically canon. This includes Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
This includes sorta. Kingdom Hearts is actually canon to quite a few things, including Toy Story, which
that blows my fucking mind. I'm just like, what the?
Yeah, because several Pixar people said the Kingdom Hearts was freaking canon to it, and that's so weird. That's
bizarre.
Like, even for Pixar, that's really weird. Watch Teching 101. What is Teching 101? That's a YouTuber. I believe he does... I know who that is. Who is that? Hold on. Teching 101. I know who that is. Oh, yeah, he's the One Piece guy. I know him, yeah. Maybe I'll reach out to him one day. Yeah, but... Yeah, that's one of the things... Cinema Freak, the co-writer,
yeah.
He sent me a comment the other day. It made me laugh. It was, so Donald Duck in Kingdom Hearts, is he a worse healer than Kaeruga? And I was like,
yeah.
Technically speaking. Yeah, oh yeah, he does. I think he does do a D&D campaign of One Piece. So,
Yukimoto, oh man.
Oh god, I want to do it. I want to do a Season 0 video.
That would be freaking cool, because Atem Season 0 is...
He's dark. I think I will do Woody's speech in Kingdom Hearts 3 is canon. Apparently, I've not seen it.
We haven't played it yet. We bought it to play, and we haven't played it yet. Mm-hmm. But I bought it over Black Friday.
It is purchased. Would a video on the She-Ra reboot do a good idea? Yeah, someone told me, like, people have been begging me to do She-Ra for a while. I was going to save it for March, for Women's History Month, I think. Is that March?
Like, what makes you think I care?
Yeah, I know. You don't care. Someone help me with that, actually. I was going to save She-Ra for then, mostly because everyone's telling me it's really, really good. And it's as good as Jinx.
See,
it's as good as Jinx from Arcane.
Noko didn't like it at all.
Really?
Noko doesn't like she said it was very dumb and bland.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
Yeah.
I have an idea for you. Do it on the Legends from Apex. That would be fun. The Legends from Apex? As in Apex Legends? The video game? What is Apex Legends? I'll add it to the list. What is Apex Legends? Yeah, it's a shooter game. Yeah, it's the new Fortnite supposedly.
Oh.
Donald's a good healer. You all have your settings wrong. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. When you're younger, you never actually use the AI settings properly.
I don't think any character would really be as good as Jinx. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anime fan. Tekken 101 is a One Piece D&D campaign where he's playing a rogue and isekai D&D. Wow.
This guy is spamming, by the way.
Ah, okay. So he is. Okay, yeah. Is there any moderator in chat?
Where he's janitor to paladin until he'd be a great collaborator for One Piece alignment arc idea. That is a very good idea. Yeah, I like that. There you go.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna label anime fan. I know you, so I'm gonna label you a mod temporarily. At anime fan.
During chapter 2 characters.
Would you do what do you consider too long for a series that you won't cover it? I've covered really long series before.
I mean, we're debating covering One Piece. It's not finished yet. So like no, there's nothing else longer than One Piece that I can think of. But we've also been reading it since we were 10.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on interest at that point. If it's too long of a series that he has no interest in, then it's too much effort to try to work it up.
Yeah, if I'm familiar with it, I'm more comfortable in doing it like I did with Vegeta. Mm-hmm. Like Vegeta is 100 episode series, and I watched it all, and it was 160 episodes. And I watched it all, but I'm already very familiar with Dragon Ball, so I know where to go.
Yeah.
So that's easier. Anime fan. Yeah, you're going to be a mod, buddy. Assuming I can make you a mod.
Just for now.
Add moderator. There you go. Anime fan, you're now a moderator.
Because we didn't have any.
Yeah. Alucard from Netflix is at Castlevania. Actually, yeah, I think I should do Alucard.
No, he's definitely morally gray in more ways than one, because that was fucked.
Yeah. No, you know what? Alucard, yeah, I think I'll do him in the future.
I feel bad for him, man. That wasn't fair.
You know what's funny? I'm going to have to give another threesome scene in that 20. Because it was good!
It was! Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Depending on how long it is, it just depends on how interested we are. If it's something we've wanted to watch before, because I have to sit down sometimes and watch it with them. It's a series. If the pre-familiarity will count towards it, like doing it'd be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, Soulless Sam from Supernatural.
Oh God.
Because we've seen Supernatural 3 or 4 times now, the both of us, but we haven't watched the last 3 seasons.
No, we could definitely.
And that's 14 years of episodes. That is absolutely insane.
Mm.
But again, we've watched it a lot, so it wouldn't be too hard to recap ourselves on what's been happening and whatever. But
and bonk.
Yeah.
We're only on comment 4, so we need to go.
Let's start speedrunning these.
Fun fact: the only film of the series that is also an adaptation of other rides elements is Stranger Tides.
Yes.
The original book is by Tim Powers, who is well known in the sci-fi and fantasy community. As far as my recollections go, it's the only time the story has been adapted so far. I don't know anything about this.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Actually, I am completely in the dark. I knew that Stranger Tides had more ride elements than other things, but that's just because I've literally ridden that ride 100 times.
Yeah, that's.
I love Disney World, guys. I love Disney World.
Thank you so much. By the way, guys, I am reading the comments as they go, and I promise. But I
yeah, thank you.
So many wonderful comments. I love your videos. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Supernatural's cool. Yeah, no, it takes a while.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what. Yeah, fair. Let's get moving. Yep.
Okay. Yep. That was number. I believe. Actually, I'm gonna stretch this out so I can see which one I'm on. That was number 5. So I'm gonna pull this up to number 6. I think some of those lawful good decisions were taken out of context. For example, he voted for Swan not because she was benevolent, but because he saw that their interests were aligned. This comes to light in the parlay a few minutes later. Yeah, you're right, but still, technically speaking, lawful was closer, but it basically everyone benefits if Elizabeth Swan was the Pirate King. So that's what it came down to. And yeah, I kind of brushed past it, but you kind of have to for the sake of the video.
Yeah, you do. It just, and again, like people, as other people have been pointing out, Jack Sparrow is actually more caring about others than himself more of the time than not. So it still works overall, even as his overarching character.
A lot of fun suggestions. Tell you what, if you ever want a suggestion, the link for the Discord server is below. I've got 2 channels there. I've got a Hey Stuart channel in the Discord, and I've got a alignment video discussion. Just drop ideas there. I'm very active in Discord. If you ever want to get a hold of me, that's the way to do it. Twitter is sometimes good to get a hold of me because I don't get a lot of messages there, but also I don't get a lot of messages there, which means that it doesn't always alert me when someone messages me. So I suggest if you really want to, if you're serious about dropping a suggestion, drop it in Discord. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, honestly, I'd be down.
I would love to see you cover Edelgard because you only saw a little bit of
all I know
bullshit
is she's everyone's waifu, and I find it hilarious that you hate her.
Yeah, but you didn't like what you saw of her either.
I didn't. I sure didn't.
Yeah.
Mostly because she's pretending to be a paladin. Still waiting for Stuart's D&D alignment video. I'm going to tell you right away, Stuart's kind of boring. Stuart's chaotic neutral, but a very boring chaotic neutral. It's I am a professional procrastinator. And that's it. I posted my schedule in one comment. It was like, Stuart wakes up, Stuart works out, Stuart flirts with Alex. That's my whole day, is me not working.
Yeah.
Alignment video on the Utopus region when it's done. I will do Utopus when it's done.
Dimitri would be great too. Yeah.
Dimitri from 3 Houses.
Yeah.
I was like, Anastasia? Dimitri?
I mean, Dimitri is he's pretty interesting too because he's got a really bad dark side, and Claude is conniving and manipulative.
Tiger King Joe Exotic. See, he was on a list one time, and people selected Dio, and I'm glad they did because my idea was the Joe Exotic from all of his goofy ass media, not the Joe Exotic from the documentary, and it would have been a very bad video.
Yeah.
It would have been very bad because I don't do real life people, and I think everyone understands why.
It's in poor taste.
Yeah, it is. It's not good.
Like if somebody has you could do an alignment video over Nostalgia Critic, but not Doug Walker. Not
Doug Walker.
Yeah, it would be Nostalgia Critic.
That would be fun to invite Doug. We've met Doug a few times. I don't think he'd be down for it.
No.
But getting Doug in, or you know what? Who would be down? What's his name?
Dante Bosco. Have you messaged him yet?
I haven't.
God damn it, Stuart! You need to message Dante. My God.
I left Dante on read.
Dimitri and Claude are both kind of good. Yeah, Dimitri falls into almost neutral evil in some of
the Elric brothers. Oh, definitely. I'm surprised I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I don't know why I haven't done them. How long is that anime? 26 episods?
50. No,
it's 50?
It's
okay.
It's in the 50s. Because remember, yeah.
Yeah, that might be why I didn't do it yet.
I would have just... I already told him that Sam would be interesting. Because we love Supernatural. We already seen it, like I said, 3-4 times.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those that I have to do personally. Because unless an editor is intimately familiar with it, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Someone pointed out I heavily disagree with the scene on the island. I thought it was really funny. This is referring to the island scene from Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
Man, it's been a hot minute.
It's when they were on the island of cannibals and they spent 30 minutes running away. That's it.
Oh, the slapstick stuff?
Yeah.
Oh man, those are great.
Yeah, no, I hated it.
Well, the fuck is wrong with you?
I hated it upon rewatching. See, the first time you watch it, and especially at a drive-in theater, which is where we saw it, it was okay. But the second time, it is a giant waste of time. It is 20 minutes of nothing fucking happening. And that's...
I beg to differ.
No, nothing. We don't learn anything about the story. It's literally filler. It's literally filler.
It's entertaining filler, which is what
Not on the second rewatch. Like, either way, it wasn't fun for me and Joe. Me and Joe sat there for like 20 minutes just bored out of our goddamn minds. And we're like, is this a Nat 1? And we're like, yeah. And we pointed out, and by the way, I hate using this term willy-nilly. So I actually felt it was a little bit racist. Because, like, indigenous people, cannibal savages.
It's based on the Disney ride. This is bound to happen anyway.
I didn't like it. I did not like it. I respect your disagreement, and I won't. I'm not gonna shit your opinion. I just didn't like it.
I'm judging you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Judge me if you want. I don't care. Do you think you have any others that would help with Critical Role? I'm gonna do the cartoon. That's coming up very soon, actually. That's I'm doing the Critical Role cartoon. Actually, if you know any other D-list D&D tubers who would want to come in on that one, I'm down. Like, for real. I need more D&D tubers. I thought about Demonac, but I collabed with him like 80 million times already. I don't think people want another Demonac collab.
Right.
But otherwise, he's my closest D&D friend, as far as that goes.
Lulu from Code Geass would be very interesting.
I wouldn't mind. Code Geass.
You haven't seen
That's the French anime, isn't it?
No. Lulu. I've actually watched the first half.
Oh
of
no,
Geass.
that's the okay. I know what that is. Yeah.
You're thinking Code Lyoko.
I am.
No, Code Geass is shorter, and he would be fascinating to cover because he is straight up potentially evil in some lights.
Takahata. Takahata, I don't think would want to work with me.
No.
I am too small potatoes for Takahata 101.
He's too busy anyway.
He's busy. Yeah.
He's busy as hell. He barely talks to us when we do see him.
Puffin? Puffin might be on for another one. It's just he's also way busy.
Yeah.
He's also way busy. Davy said he'll come on for BoJack Horseman.
Oh, you're doing BoJack?
It's his favorite series.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, no, he's you're a C-lister. Thank you. I've been promoted. Thank you, anime fan.
The 3 archons from Genshin Impact. We don't play Genshin yet, so we're still completely in the dark.
Here's the thing. Alex and I have no impulse control.
Nope.
And we're scared to get into another gacha. Maybe ask Jacob. 2 small potatoes for Jacob. He knows I exist, but I don't want to bother him. Crit Crab.
Everybody they're mentioning you've already collabed with at least.
I've collabed with Crit Crab.
You've collabed with Daddy Chappie. You've collabed with Crit Crab.
Crit Crab was a fantastic video because that was the Grinch, and we rhymed the entire time. That was a wonderful video. I had so much fun with that one. Dingo.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think of Dingo. I don't think she knows who I am, so don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, no. As far as gacha goes, I'm already a black hole when it comes to Fae. So.
Thank you, Avon. Let's see. RDP. We gotta have an obligatory Squid Game moral alignment video when season 2 comes out. You better believe it. You better believe I'm doing Squid Game.
I'm still.
That was good.
The ending though.
I did not like the final twist.
No, it didn't work very well. Okay, the thing is, they also played it wrong.
We're gonna be giving spoilers, so I want to avoid that.
I won't say it, but I thought it was perfect except for the last 10 minutes.
Okay. So Esper or Dingo? Is Esper still doing stuff? It was my understanding that no. Tulok is not interested. I have asked him. It's he doesn't.
Next one.
Yeah. Moving on. Runesmith, maybe. Let's see. I noticed this more... Oh, yeah, okay. So this is basically... I noticed this more when the video's audio was playing through my car's Bluetooth, but Joe Cat's commentary and all the movie clips were at the same volume level. The main channel's commentary, as in my commentary, was way louder. So unfortunately, I am not good at sound yet. I'm still working on it. I think by Uzaki and Redo of Healer, I had a pretty good grasp on how to do sound. Mm-hmm. And... that was the one those are the ones I spent the most time on, of course. Yeah. So,
Oh, somebody asked me a question.
Geralt of Rivia. Yeah, I did Geralt already.
Important question, Alex. Do you like the G8 arc? Clarify, please.
I think that's a One Piece thing. DM layer? DM layer. I know that name. Listen, if any of them, if anyone want to get a hold of me, that's fine.
Oh yeah, you're not good at sound balancing yet.
Yeah, I'm not good at sound balancing. I am working on it though. I promise. Yeah, unfortunately. Let's see. That was number 8. No, that was number 9, I think.
Yep.
10. What?
You've already gone through them, I guess.
Oh, I did. Oops, I saved the save comment twice apparently. Okay, well,
We're reading comments.
We're doing both. Yeah, we're doing both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Yeah.
Oh, it's the filler arc from One Piece. I am not familiar with it. I did watch Totally Not Mark's review of it though. It seems good.
I haven't seen it yet. I read One Piece. I don't watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think it. This is nothing against people who like the anime, but I don't think One Piece works as a visual, as an animation experience. I think it's much better paced as a manga.
My problem with I just don't like filler. Filler frustrates me so hard.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my time is being wasted.
We do stream our D&D games, absolutely.
We do. It's over on Twitch, and then the actual games get very well edited by Bagami33.
Yep.
And she uploads them to TheLoadingCrew, which is our gaming channel.
Yep.
Go over there. Yeah, thank you to everyone who's being real super sweet right now. We've got 91 viewers, awesome.
Holy
and
crap.
right now we're on Captain Marvel, so
we
we will.
flank.
My God, get off the Mauler shit.
No, I don't want to. He's right.
Oh my God.
About.
I started watching Witcher season 2 during my workout this evening, so it does look good. It looks better than season 1. I think I'm gonna have to do that one.
Go to bed, child!
You want to handle her real quick?
Yeah, you start talking about Plank.
I'm surprised they haven't done character on The Boys or The Seven. Okay, I'll be honest. I liked The Boys up until the last 2 episodes of season 2 or 3, and then it became very much up its own ass with its politics. And I don't know if you saw my Frozen video. I do not appreciate it when people get up their own ass about politics. And I'll actually show you the thumbnail I came up with for Homelander until I decided to not. Drake and Josh alignment video when. That's funny.
I can't watch The Boys anymore.
Yeah, no, Alex got triggered on The Boys too, and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that to her.
He got upset at it. I actually had a PTSD moment with it, and I was like, "Oh well, I'm done."
Yeah, unfortunately.
I would have loved to cover some of The Boys. I would have loved to love it more, but then he watched the season after I couldn't watch more, and he was like, "You wouldn't have liked it anyway," and I was, "Oh, okay." So I went to shoot anyway. Yeah.
Let me get the thumbnail up. It'll take a second, but I did make one of Homelander, and I really liked it up until then.
I don't listen to a whole lot of EFAP. I do sometimes when it's something I like.
Is that every frame?
Every frame of pause, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do love his analytical videos. Like every analytical video he has, I am just on. I've listened to his whole channel. I'm not kidding.
Go to.
He's just the single most thorough person I know when it comes to that stuff, and that's what I like.
What alignment?
Oh yeah, thanks.
Homelander. There he is. There's my Homelander thumbnail. I really do love this thumbnail. It's very good, and it captures the character perfectly. But again, once they dropped a particular political campaign phrase, and as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing, and I checked out.
Yeah.
So I did not care for that. And yeah. With regards to the Carol deleted scene, Legal gave a defense for it, saying the guy touched her map. And by that metric, she assaulted Stanley. Disney's Robin Hood? Oh my gosh, so much. All right, I got to move on to the comments that I prepared, but...
I'll keep reading this. You do that.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone in Captain Marvel, I don't disagree with any of these statements. I was also lukewarm to Captain Marvel as it's cool, but it's very much a girl power statement, which female empowerment is always appreciated. It's just a matter of how it's implemented.
Yeah, it's not good here.
And one thing that Art Lover there pointed out is that, yeah, and having the writing done by men was not the way to go. Hundreds of content on Disney Plus and still 1% of it's directed by women.
It's just, it doesn't feel like a real story. Like, it's not, I will say this, it's not just men who don't know how to write women. It's focus groups not knowing how to write characters in general. So whenever, like, they want to do something different, like having a female lead that's really a female lead, and they can actually, but she has to be able to carry a movie as a character, so like, oh, but we need it to be sanitized for the masses, and that's not how you do a character. Characters can't be sanitized because perfect people do not exist. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Like, even Captain America got his violent streak after a while.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, he's a good guy. Like, you want to look up to him, but he can still break your back in a second if he really wanted to. And they did not hold back on his, like,
his darker
moments.
And
yeah.
It's, if you gave me Captain Marvel and, like, unlimited time, like, any amount of time and money, I could fix Captain Marvel. And it's not hard.
No, you just give her personality. Yeah,
like, just give her literally any personality. And, that doesn't focus around her, like, her agenda. Essentially, it's an agenda. It's a girl power movie.
And you cannot. And we had this discussion when you first asked my opinion on Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. And you cannot write an agenda before you write a story.
Yeah.
Never, ever, 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 ever. You can have an agenda in a story as part of it, as an overarching theme to a character's personal growth or something like that. I've been working on this with a character of my own. Fondue, I decided to go full in on the gay rights thing with Fondue's character.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
No, because...
For you, too. That's crazy.
Well, I really wanted Fornax to be anti-gay, and I was like, but what if I'm thinking now there's going to be civil unrest and she's going to be worried about her family and her friends, and I really want to do that. But her character, she was a person first, and this is now part of her problem. It is not her identity. It's actually her best friends that actually have to deal with it. But you can't write the agenda before the character. It doesn't work.
I've been wanting to actually make this video for a very long time. I've talked about it with you and some of our friends for years.
Yeah.
I really want to make this video. It's called What I Learned Playing a Trans Character in D&D. And it involves one of the NPCs in our Pokemon campaign. And when I originally created her, I didn't have anything in mind. But as I started to play her more, I got a very interesting perspective into the mind of it. Obviously, I can't fully understand it because I'm not living that experience. But just how the players reacted to her and how they moved around her, like, that was just a part of her journey too. And again, I've been writing this essay for years, and I'm going to drop it this year. But especially from people like us, Alex and I are not at all woke. In fact, people would call us fairly red-pilled.
I'm extremely red. No,
yeah.
I'm not shy about it. It's not.
I lean right, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Yeah,
but
you're more centered than I am, even. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, and I'm over it. My people can't tell me, what.
Yeah, so I do want to bring that out one day, but yeah, it's make your character first, have your message come in later, and it's almost always better. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Let's see. Your statement about overpowered characters is something I can agree with. Take a look at Saitama from One Punch Man, to me, which is overpowered done right, since despite being able to destroy anything with a single punch, he's bored out of his mind because of it. So yeah, here's the thing. What is Captain Marvel's goal? What does she want in life? No one fucking knows, because she wasn't created with a goal. She was created to push girl power, and it was obnoxious.
It's so preachy. Anything that sounds like a religious nut yelling at you like this is the right thing should never be in a movie. So period.
That's really all I gotta say about it. Is no one knows what Captain Marvel wants. No one knows what she's going to do.
It's just girls are great. Girls, you believe girls are great because we're showing it to you. This is the only truth that exists. Accept it.
And it's not even like...
It's a freaking religion.
My favorite character ever is a woman, and it's Lena Inverse from Slayers. She is my best friend, okay? If she existed, I would spend every minute of my life just watching her do shit. Because she's hilarious.
She is super powerful.
Yeah, she is overpowered in her own universe, by the way.
Yeah, I
so
know.
overpowered, the gods complain about her.
Yeah, and yet... She is always in trouble, and she was always doing shit to get herself in trouble, and she does not give a fuck.
She is so much fun. I love Lena Inverse. One day I will do a video on her, but it's going to have to be like a voted video.
She's been on my docu list forever.
If someone wants to commission a docu, I would love you. I would love you forever. If you seriously want to do a birthday gift, commission a goddamn Lena docu.
Yeah, no, she's been on my wish list to like fucking ever. And women are just better than men in general. You are not wrong. And that is actually, we do have I'm not memeing here. Women have slightly more evolved brains. That's just the way it is. We have solar reflexes, and we are physically inept in a lot of areas. I know. But our brains are more highly developed so we can handle multitasking and multiple things at once.
Well, because you spent thousands of years doing different things,
right?
Too.
Exactly.
But we're getting into we're getting off topic too.
I know, but I'm sorry. This is a pet peeve of mine because every time people are like, "Oh, well, you really shouldn't look biology doesn't have that much of a factor, or it's too demeaning to put women in different categories." I'm like, but they are literally in different biological categories. Physically, you can't. It's not sexist. It's facts. There's actual things to consider here.
Oh, this one. I really like this comment. This was a great comment. More or less, I agree with everything stated in the video, especially the ending part. There was always something about her character at the end of her movie that really irked me, and it actually took me until recently to figure out why. The big defining powerful moment for the character is when she suddenly starts fighting at her best. Yeah. The big computer mind thing is showing her all blah, 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 blah. They seem to be hyping up as she is, that's her most defining feature, that every time she gets knocked down, she gets up again and brushes herself off. Now, that's a really good mentality, but it's not unique to her at all. Yeah. And essentially the rest of this person's comment is the fact that all other Marvel heroes get back up when they're knocked down. Yeah. Literally every single one. And this movie is treating Captain Marvel as if she's the only one to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Please consider doing Griffith. I will. I want to do Griffith. I'm doing Ainz. He's on the list. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, no. Now people are talking about Kiza. You guys are talking about Kiza. Thank you. I love Kiza. I will. That is a video coming up soon. Soon as in this year. I don't know soon as in within the next couple of weeks, but it's happening. So yeah, I liked that.
The only good scene for her is simply interacting with Spider-Man. Yeah,
that's a great scene.
Yeah. Didn't overuse her, and I liked that. But
she was great in Endgame.
Because they didn't overuse her, and the problem is when your main point of a character is she's not there very much, you might have a problem.
Yeah. Hello there. Seriously, Saitama. They're on the list. They're on the list, I promise.
Oh, we put Mob down?
He's on the list, yeah.
Oh, I love
It was
Mob.
really nice having a non-chud explanation for disliking the anti-sexism in the movie. I never had it put into context like that before, and you raised a very valid point. Here's the thing. Okay, so what they're referring to is people like Mahler. People like Literature Devil, who I've had on the channel. I've had Literature Devil on the channel before.
But you basically made the same points that they were
I did. I made the exact same points. The only difference is I don't have a history of calling out female characters. But
your wife does.
I calm down. I said, I'm saying almost the exact same points they were, but I also pointed out that, story-wise, it doesn't work. And unfortunately, I'm not going to say they're bad at explaining themselves, but for all their explanations, they just, a lot of them just seem to hyper-focus on the agenda. And I don't know.
Well, no, that's not really fair, because you kind of do the same thing, because that is what breaks the story, and it's the fact that, again, pushing the agenda is the element that breaks the story, and that's something that people need to push away from. Like, that's why the point needs to be driven home so hard, because Hollywood doesn't seem to get this, and they will not unless it is explicitly laid out for them. That's the point. They won't change until they have mass definitive proof done by people who know what they're talking about. Again, like Mahler, because he does his research. That's the thing. That's actually my biggest pet peeve with your videos, is that they're not in depth enough for me.
I know, but your friggin' autism is like taking over there.
Okay,
but like,
but you can't stand on an argument with no foundation.
The thing is, I'm also doing a different thing.
Yeah, no, you are. But that's my point. To get the point across to the people, and specifically to Hollywood. Like, these people are writing these big, huge, giant arguments specifically to point out what is wrong with Hollywood and why we need to move away from that, in hopes that somebody will actually hear them.
To me,
that's not the same.
Capitalist stereotype. I remember, I've got one of your comments. If you like Captain Marvel, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying I didn't like her. I didn't like her as much as the other MCU heroes. But then again, I wasn't wild about a few of them.
Mahler never focused on the agenda. It was pretty much the same thing. Just, he talked a lot about it, just in depth, and I think he mentioned it a couple times. Yeah. Like, but it was in passing. But
it didn't work. It just didn't work. If it came earlier, it could have been better. But Captain Marvel was the villain at the start of the movie. Controversial statement. I don't think so. I think that's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. And no.
I don't think it's controversial at all. I think it's extremely true, considering that she was literally on the side of the bad guy.
Yeah, no, technically she was. Yeah. It's not even necessarily her fault. It's just how it was written. And honestly, that's an even better twist. It's just they didn't do it right. I feel the problem with Captain Marvel is the same problem a lot of characters when they're trying to give empowerment. It's not empowering to see a perfect character, because no one will achieve that. At no point did I feel Carol was vulnerable, and the direction throughout the entire film made her come across as condescendingly arrogant or mildly pissed off. And I'd agree with that.
She has a Nundred figure, and her Nundred figure doesn't even have a goddamn expression on it. It's really annoying. It's just as blank as she is, and I was like, that's about right. It's not even cute.
Yep. This one's Darian B. I know this person very well. I think they're in the Discord, and I see their comments all the time. I can see why you don't like her. When it comes to feminism and female empowerment, I've always felt that this one joke from Sonic Boom best describes it. Anytime someone calls attention to gender roles, it ultimately undermines the concept by implying that this is the exception and not the status quo. Yeah. The fact that they focus so hard on Captain Marvel being a strong girl kind of diminishes the point. And I even point out in my own video that the MCU, up until Captain Marvel, had dozens of strong women, and they were all awesome.
Yeah, no, they're great.
Dari, I like them. They're in our Discord. Say hi.
When the cartoon gets it better than the multi-million-dollar movie.
I hated this character in her own movie, but in other movies like Endgame and Shang-Chi, she's actually likable.
Yeah.
She was wonderful. And she was pretty good at Endgame. They worked with what they had.
Yeah.
She wasn't in Shang-Chi very long.
No, that's the thing. Every other thing, she just kind of cameoed and did her piece and pieced out. And I think that was fine.
I think she's kind of like Doctor Strange in that regard, is that she's a better supporting character than a main character.
Doctor Strange's movie is still excellent, and he's really good in his own movie.
It was good, but it was carried by Benedict.
See, that's the other... Well, let's not get into the actors.
Yeah.
I don't like her either, and I do feel like she played a big role in not being able to carry the character as well.
Darian, I'm not actually in Discord. I just comment a lot. There's our dude, our friend. I assumed you were a girl. Then again, I also mixed you up with someone else. My bad.
Well, it's Darian, which reminds us of Daria, and
yeah. I hate it. Yep. So, will I do a video on Shang-Chi? Definitely. That was one of my favorite MCU movies.
I really love Shang-Chi. Thing is, I kept watching. I'm like, this is my character that I've been writing for 10 years.
Do Hiccup? Yeah. I'm actually doing more DreamWorks movies this year, so I am going to be doing more.
Carried on the Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's a good one.
I think Endgame was a missed opportunity to do something interesting with her. Having her accompany Clint and Natasha to Vormir and thus putting her in a position where all of her strength and power was completely irrelevant could have been... Ooh.
That's a really good idea. And
there would have not been time to do it, though.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I feel like this might have been something that they might have wanted to experiment in a draft, considering who was writing Endgame. And, like, it just feels like if this was a plan, this might have been cut for time. Which is understandable in the overarching story, because overall, it would not have mattered in the literal Endgame.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That's why I included the comment.
Yeah, it is a very good idea, and I feel like it's something that probably would have been considered at one point. But Shang-Chi was really good. I really liked that one.
I feel like Captain Marvel's political commentary is a textbook example on how not to do it. Black Panther is a much better example.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Yeah, no, and you didn't like Black Panther that much.
On rewatch, it's better than I thought.
Yeah. The CG part at the end is kind of lame, though.
Well, I don't care. I never care about art, almost ever.
God, you were just...
I don't. Because, like, if it's presented well enough, and if I believe that things are at stake, then I care.
I know. Yeah,
otherwise, I don't care about the art most of the time.
I know, but, like, you can tell where, like, the artwork and the directing shot would have, like, things with...
Mm-hmm. Isekai Quartet, they're on the list. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no.
Black Panther was really good. One of the reasons I guess Black Panther still rubs me the wrong way is people still agree with Killmonger. And that irks me because I feel like anyone with a brain who actually listened to what he was saying was like, did you just agree to genocide? Is that what you're doing? I don't want to think you are, but I don't think you know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it came down to, is people got really stupid on Killmonger, and...
Like, you understand where it's coming from, but he's not right.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, is that,
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I forgot. T'Challa was the right path to go with that, and because he was not going to be,
Thank
let's
you.
kill 'em all.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you to people are coming in saying happy birthday. No Way Home was fantastic. I love that movie. The thing is, No Way Home was so good, I want to redo every single Spider-Man video I've done. Because, like, I want to make, like, an hour-and-a-half long Spider-Man video now, because I don't feel any of those videos leading up to No Way Home was good enough for how good No Way Home was. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what it comes down to.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Cold Motive, Still Murder.
Yeah! That's a great comment. Oh, Darian, hello. Do I see it? Who are you? Ebot. Welcome to the Discord. I just see you. Do we want to move on to Frozen, Goblin Slayer, Jinx?
Frozen. Let's talk about Frozen.
Frozen.
Let me shit on Frozen.
Oh my god, you're just gonna be like fucking Captain Red Pill today, aren't you?
Oh my god, you brought me onto a stream. What did you expect?
All right, Captain Red Pill. I disagree. I personally didn't get that from Killmonger. It felt more like I'm tired of pretending our problems don't exist. Y'all need to get you together or else. Not necessarily genocide.
He literally wanted to take weapons and go out and like run the world over with them.
That was his plan, yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely his plan.
Yeah. I have not seen No Way Home. I didn't drop a spoiler for No Way Home.
No. Yeah,
okay, yeah. Please, no spoilers for No Way Home. Some people haven't been able to get out yet. Please, that movie makes me remember it's my favorite movie of time. I'm sad to say, okay, love Frozen. If you didn't watch my Frozen video, I love Frozen 1. Still a good movie.
Yeah, no, Frozen 1's great.
Frozen 2.
I will not let my daughter watch.
No. It's a bad movie. And it's
I was actually surprised you didn't ask me to do a little mini rant on it.
I thought about it, I really did, but I spent too long rambling, and I didn't. Here's the thing too, Anthony was editing that one.
Okay.
If I was editing that myself, I would have done it for you, but since I did, one of the things I always promised my editors, I would not put you in a position where I would make you project my politics. Is she an instigator? Yeah, her nickname is literally the Usurper. That was... the legendaries of the world called a meeting And part of the discussion on the agenda was her fucking character. Yeah, she's a bit of an instigator. Oh, Frozen 2 had wonderful music. Wonderful music in Frozen 2.
And I still can't like it.
Yeah.
I still can't like it. I like the one song.
Which one? Into the Unknown?
Yeah, that's it. And I like the Panic at the Disco cover more.
Yeah. Can we get Elsa? They'll never do that. They'll never, ever do that. Retcon the movie. It was so bad. I think she watches it on her own. I won't stop her from watching it, but if she says, Daddy, will you watch Frozen 2 with... Then I don't know.
No. But, I'm sorry. No. Not until I can explain to her what's wrong with it.
Tangled. I love Tangled. Tangled's
amazing. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing a video on Tangled. The thing is, the Frozen movie did so poorly that, yeah. Let's see. Your reviewing of movies brings a lot of depth to your analysis, giving us... Yeah, so thank you. People were very kind to me on that video, even though I ranted really hard on politics, and most people either were very polite about it, or yeah, even people who disagreed with me have been very polite, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Since Elsa is good and controls the 4 elements and unites opposing nations, does that make her the next Avatar? And I said the water knock is her animal companion too. You might be onto something. That's just a funny comment. I just like that. Oh yeah,
no, it's hilarious.
That's a great comment. I just like that.
Oh my god.
Elsa's the next Avatar.
I love Princess and the Frog. I forced him to take me to the theater when it came out.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I loved it.
Let's see.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So in the video, I had a discussion about whether or not destroying the bridge, which would, assuming no one could stop it, would destroy Arendelle. Is that a good thing? Or is that lawful good or chaotic good, depending on who you talk to? A lot of people said lawful neutral, and it's just a good discussion. That's essentially what this thread is. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but yeah, I really liked the discussion.
I read that. I mean, that's an interesting talk, but like...
Anthony was having too much fun with the Edithor bit.
Yeah.
Anthony was the best part of that video. I'm so glad that I had Anthony do that video. He nailed it. So yeah, I just wanted to give props to Anthony.
Yeah, apparently Encanto is actually good.
Encanto? Really?
Yeah.
Captain Red Pill, a cleric with a hard, difficult military background and a lot of fire and healing. Thanks.
For the character idea.
I kind of want to make a character called Captain Red Pill now.
Oh my god.
Thing is, I would not include him on any of my streams because I have a strict no politics in my D&D campaign rule. So.
Yep, fantasy politics only.
Yep. Let's see. I really liked Frozen 2 when I first saw it. Songs, everything. Yeah. So essentially, this is just complimenting the movie. And I even responded, there's a lot of talent that went into the movie that was basically wasted due to bad writing. Yeah.
Between the...
And here's a good point from Art Lover. I think... God dang it.
Yes,
OBS, you piece of shit. The co-directors didn't want to rush the sequel, but they were pushed by a deadline.
Yep.
Without having a crystal clear ending written out. So, essentially, that is 100% on Disney. They rushed the movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I know it is. I still can't believe that Disney let such a inherently racist and sexist movie release in the sense that it was.
Do you want to talk about it being
God,
sexist?
yes.
Okay, so she was in Discord one day, and you said that Frozen 2 was sexist. Go ahead and tell that story.
Extremely sexist, and I swear to shit, I can't remember who said it, but somebody literally called me out and was like, "Oh, no, it wasn't. I thought all the girls were fine in it. They were treated well. The girls were treated well in it." But fucking Kristoff wasn't! I have never seen such a blatant, ignorant... My poor boy got totally shafted in this in more ways than one, and I am so freaking pissed. And God... His song, everybody was like, but his song was so funny. I'm like, you mean the song where he tried to talk about his feelings, where he was supposed to be, talking about his interpersonal problems that he's having at the moment, and it's the joke song because, Ha ha! We're supposed to laugh at the man's feelings? Are you serious? Are you serious? I seriously, I was so pissed. I almost walked out of the theater as soon as I was so mad.
Yeah. Jeffrey, I think Jeffrey's in chat right now. I think they're trolling you. So
yeah, no, I know.
Honestly, I'm just glad Moana was the next Disney Princess movie because of their role and duty in the plot. I'm so sick and tired of royalty rejecting their role and duty as a plot point. It's not like it or not, someone needs to be managing the country. Moana did this perfectly because Moana makes the willing sacrifice to take care of her people instead of going adventuring. Then the story happens that allows for the adventure, but she puts her duty and people first. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. It's a really good point. I really like that. This is an excellent comment. The thing is, I could not fit this entire comment thread, but this guy is basically a history buff, and he just went on about princesses and stuff. It was super good.
Yeah.
By
men need to just put up with yes.
No, it is sexist. Like, it's really bad.
It's really
because Kristoff. He dedicates his whole life to Elsa and Anna, and his whole emotional turmoil in the movie is that he's not getting attention from Anna, despite everything he's doing. He just wants to have a quick conversation.
I hate that the shtick is reduced. Like, okay, so this the guy fumbling with the proposal is a funny shtick when it's done in a respectful way. Because, like, they're supposed to be nervous, and it's cute, right? It's cute when they're trying to plan out the perfect thing, and they want to try to work up the courage to actually finally ask and everything. And I've seen it in, like, my favorite to see it watching is Friends. Like, I love watching Friends, and whenever the guys are trying to propose it, like, they're bumbling fools, and it's adorable. But it's respectful because they're only that way because they're nervous about it or they're being talked to, and the girls are always like, oh my gosh, or like, you finally get the moment of, like, they had all these misunderstandings. Oh, that's what you're trying to do, and oh my gosh. They didn't even do that with him. They didn't even give him, like, the moment of where she had to apologize for, like, ignoring him, or that he did not even get the proper resolution to the shtick that they gave him. They literally just said...
Okay, letting you know, she technically did apologize at the end of the movie, but he responded with, my love isn't so fragile, which is worse. It's worse because...
it's still part of the, like, same resolution. Like, she didn't even... Like, that's what I'm saying. She should have...
Yeah, it should have been a bigger lesson. That she did not return Kristoff's, like... I'm trying to... Like...
The words are not there.
Yeah, the words aren't there, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
Kristoff
was not treated well in that movie.
No, it was just, oh, I'm the big strong man, I'm just gonna be the perfect, like, he was literally the perfect guy.
Oh, Jeffrey's right there. I'm an anthropologist, so yeah, a bit of a history buff.
Oh, yeah.
It's our boy Jeffrey!
Yeah.
There he is!
They handle some bit better in the Tangled. Yeah, it was cute. See, the bumbling proposal is adorable. It can
supposedly
be adorable.
the Tangled cartoon is pretty
good. Yeah,
pretty
no,
epic. Yeah.
The only thing is it retcons so much.
I've heard mixed things.
Yeah.
The one scene that I saw from it was someone was singing a song that was very much like the Flower song, but it was like a nighttime version, and they were causing different shit to happen. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, Lord!
Character alignment for Joey Tribbiani.
Chaotic horny.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Joey is lawful horny. I'm serious. Joey is lawful horny, okay? Like, he is lawful horny because he is horny with standards. Because... Like, if I rewrote Frozen 2, what would I do?
I would make it a family film.
I would either make it, like...
You know what the best scene in that movie was?
What?
Them all playing charades together.
It really was.
I saw that movie and I was like, oh, this is going to be so cute. And then the minute they left on the adventure, I was like, oh.
If I had to rewrite Frozen 2, I would either make it a straight up adventure, or it would be more family stuff, and I think it would revolve around Hans a bit more.
He was planned to be in this.
Yeah.
They said forever ago that he was supposed to come back and, like, have this whole freaking character arc and shit. And then they just, wait, no.
Yeah.
Just no. Just no.
this particular comment right here, this is referring to when I said Disney whitewashing, and Anthony misunderstood what I meant. He pointed to one of the natives, and it's not Anthony's fault. I didn't communicate well exactly what I was saying there.
Right, because everybody was pointing out that they weren't based off of they're based off the Siam.
Some different people.
Which are still
Jeffrey, help me out here. Who are these people based on?
Because they're in Klaus.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Siam. I think it's the Siam.
I don't know.
But the point people are trying to make is that, well, the people that they're based off of are still white, so it doesn't matter, and like that. But that's not the point, because they might have been based off of that.
The real life Sami people who are also white.
Yeah,
it's right there in the fucking comments, and I didn't read it.
Sami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, the movie opens with a literal Thanksgiving scene, right?
Yeah, the thing is too, my big problem is that the whole thing is a Thanksgiving allegory, and that pissed me off. It's like, you have the balls to do this on Thanksgiving Day and release this story, and then have your pasty ass queen on the throne. Like, it just, too many things went wrong there.
Yeah.
And too many things were not handled correctly. Or at least...
I thought it was appropriate to release... Yes, they just literally said it.
Yeah, it's Sami people. I'm sorry.
Sami.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was an S-A-M-I, but I can't remember. Sami along... Sami? Oh, okay.
Oh, it is Sami. Okay, my bad. Olaf's character development in the second movie felt natural. Yeah, no, I actually really liked Olaf.
He's the only character who got any real development.
And okay,
Kristoff was just a perfect boyfriend, and just because women can have their perfect boyfriend, like, he was the perfect guy. That's why I love him, but it's also why he was put on the shelf to not have any actual character development or character moments, because he was just there to be.
I think Olaf was a therapy doll.
Yeah, he was.
Olaf was the therapy doll of the movie, and I don't think I disliked that. I think he was fine.
His existential crisis was actually one of the best parts.
Yeah.
Next to Anna, okay, I will admit, Anna's song about how to deal and cope with traumatic events was actually quite on point. Yeah,
there was a point where they're careening down the road, like in that snow toboggan, and what did he say? Olaf said, "I'm mad at Elsa, and I don't know if I can be." And Anna turns around and says, "Yes, you're allowed to be angry about this." And I'm like, someone wrote this in therapy.
Her entire song post Olaf's death was basically a psych review 101. Like, it really was basically just like basic psychological things.
Toa Nova, I actually have it pulled up. I was going to show it later. The Sephiroth Show Yourself. I actually even shared it in the group chat for Pokemon D&D. I finally watched it. It was really, really funny. That was good. Thank you for sharing that. I've got it here somewhere. Where is it? Where did I post it? I thought I posted it in there. There it is. Oh, yeah. I'll drop a comment in chat, but I did really like this animation thing. It was really funny. There you go. It's in chat right now. Really good. Olaf was great. Surprisingly good. Let's see. What's this one? I think Frozen 2 was a pretty good movie. I think my least favorite part was Kristoff's side plot, and enjoyed the rest. I asked for Show Yourself. Oh, okay. So people were calling me out on this. Not really calling me out, but they were challenging me on this in particular. When I had the rant about Show Yourself, I mentioned that it was supposed to be like a queer empowerment piece. And
I didn't really see that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. To me, I read it like that only because everyone else online seemed to be reading it that way, and I kind of saw it. Because how else are you supposed to read it? Because nothing else makes sense there. Because, what does Show Yourself mean? And what are you seeing on screen? Elsa's weird, and she's been told to repress herself all her life until suddenly she gets to the lore cave. And inside the lore cave, it's revealed Mom was okay with what she was, and Mom wasn't. a native of another country. Like, what does that mean? Nothing adds up to what you're seeing on screen.
I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but Once Upon a Time did this so much better.
Yeah. A lot of people said that in the comments. Really? A lot of comments said Once Upon a Time did it better.
The Secret Aunt was so much better than this BS we got in the movie. I loved because she was an evil aunt, and they hid her powers because they were afraid that she would turn into a problem like her aunt did. So they had to steal her aunt away, and then the parents died before they could tell their kids the secret about Elsa's powers, about why they were dangerous and potentially a problem. And it's so much better.
It really.
It's not a good show. Like it's a fun show. It's Rumpelstiltskin's the best character in it still, obviously.
Maybe it's deliberately ambiguous. I mean, like I even mentioned, like, if you watch the behind the scenes, they had no idea what the fuck they were doing.
No, like, the movie wasn't even finished till 3 weeks before they released it at theaters. Like, they had so much trouble because they did something, test audiences hated it, so they did all these edits, like, right before.
Mulan's Reflection felt more like an LGBT song. A lot of people,
yes. No,
it really did, yeah.
It does.
Show Yourself doesn't work. It's a pretty song. I will say it's a pretty song.
But it lacks any sort of real substance.
Could it refer to autism? Maybe? I didn't think of it that way, but Elsa's not autistic. Like, at all. No.
I don't relate to her even a little bit.
I saw Elsa as asexual. I did too.
Yeah, she's very... Because she's got touch problems. Like...
Legit, though.
Yeah.
Like, also, bad joke, frigid.
No, I don't... Yeah, no. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Darian, again, I'm kind of split on Frozen 1. There's parts I like, but also Hans. Hans is a bad twist villain. This here, too. Hans and Anna had better chemistry than Anna and Kristoff, especially when it hits the portion with the rock trolls, and they're kind of forcing them to be together.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. I think it's more Kristoff likes her, not the other way. Like, Anna is just finding it... again, this is what makes me so mad, is that Anna does not deserve Kristoff! She doesn't! I am so pissed off! It's such a good man based on such a shit princess! I'm so mad!
No, Anna was great in movie 1. They ruined her in movie 2.
Okay, but she doesn't love him.
No, she doesn't. Personally, I thought Kristoff and Elsa should have gotten together. No, I thought that would have been cuter.
They would have been really cute. No, That's the thing. Anna and Hans had chemistry. She had an attraction to her. She treats Kristoff like a cute puppy dog who just wants pet.
Yeah, it's not...
Like...
It's not a good romance.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a good relationship.
She doesn't deserve him at all. He should go to somebody better like me.
I deserve... Here's my 6-part video essay on why I deserve Kristoff. Oh my god.
Elsa's no sexual.
Elsa's no sexual.
How would I write an autistic character? You just give them a deadpan voice, make them act like a robot, just give them a really weird quirk that they're just obsessed with. That's basic. That's basic.
Magnum, yeah, this is coming from an autist, too.
Yeah.
This is not me saying that. Endeavor for My Hero, he's on the list, but My Hero isn't done yet.
Yeah.
Also, Hell of a Boss, once season 1 is over, you better believe 3 videos are being dropped.
He's a golden retriever, good boy Labrador. Yes. Yeah.
Self-insert fanfic win.
I mean, I got my start writing with self-insert fanfic, so I would not be against. Somebody write an Elena x Kristoff fanfic just for me. I want that for my birthday. My birthday's in 6 weeks.
Yeah. Your reviews are pretty much... Capitalist, I believe, is actually here in chat. It was Elsa and Anna's grandfather who started the war, not her father. Your claims of whitewashing could be invalid. You are correct, but my word whitewashing was done wrong.
Yeah.
That was just an editor-writer miscommunication. So that's what that was. And I did address that earlier in this.
Yeah.
Finally, you seem to be somewhat shoehorned the LGBT thing in. I'm going to be honest, I kind of shoehorned the LGBT in because so many other people have shoehorned the LGBT thing in.
They have.
At this, here's the thing. When it comes to LGBT, we have, we as a society, and this is me being very woke right now, we as a society have been very mean to LGBT for many, many years. And nowadays in modern discourse, there's a severe overcorrection, and that severe overcorrection is actually interfering with other stuff.
Yeah, and not to mention all the LGBT infighting, because, like, you know, if you're bi and you married into a heterosexual relationship, you just chose wrong. I'm a traitor to society because I chose the wrong side.
Yeah.
Which just baffles the shit out of me. But that's always a legit thing that people actually think, is that, like, oh, you're bi. Like, then I'm just like... But good man, though. And
you have shit taste.
I do, but like I also
didn't even like hesitate. Yeah, I do. No, this guy sucks, but
and I just want to point because somebody said watch Rain Man. There's also the other one that's really good.
Goblin Slayer,
Aspergirl, and
Aspergirl. Fantastic comic.
I have and the other one, As Good as It Gets.
Which one's that one?
That is a Jack Nicholson movie, and I swear to God, I have never related. Aspergirl was the second character I related to, but As Good as It Gets, I have never related a character as hard as I have with that one. This was literally an autistic man learning how to communicate with the girl he liked. It was fantastic. You have to... Noko forced me to watch it because she said, it's you. And I went, what do you mean it's me? Because like, her brand of autism is not my brand of autism, and this guy is my brand of autism on point. Mm-hmm. Just more severe. Or lesbians who are ashamed. Yeah, no, it's terrible. It is. The LGBT infighting is so overcorrected because my brand of LGBT is a superior brand because you need to be in our world, or blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, you're not doing it right, or you're not representing us specifically. We have to be in our, you know, like, it's all of these subsections of it now, and it just drives me crazy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh, what do I say? Yeah, I gotta catch up.
Mob isn't officially labeled. Yeah, because chat's like a minute behind.
Yeah.
Mob isn't officially labeled with autism, but he might as well be.
Yeah, no.
He might as well be.
Mob comes close to. It comes to mind too.
Honestly, anime does autism so much better than Western writers. Like it by it's not even close.
It's almost like the Japanese writers encourage varied writing and character growth in quirky elements. It's almost like they actually write people and characters instead of virtue signal.
Yeah, no, and literature.
Erasure is a massive problem on both sides. Yeah, really. Yeah.
I'm actually going to shill Literature Devil again. Literature Devil did a comics versus manga video recently. It's very good.
Yeah, no, A+.
Yeah, very good. I'll actually go ahead and
any group that attempts to gatekeep anything is inherently wrong. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not about, you know, trying to do the right thing. It's about people can only do so much in their poor, sad little lives because we do not have the capacity to do good 100%. You just don't. Everything is evil at some point. Don't feel bad about what you like. Don't feel bad about what you are. Don't let people tell you to change yourself just because they think that you're on the wrong side.
Kanji from Persona 4. I did hear about that. That was on extra credits.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a very good example. Before Dan left the series, that was very good. Deku could be neurodivergent.
Yeah, One Piece trans characters. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, number 2.
Yep.
It is number 2, right? Or what's his name?
Bon Clay.
Bon Clay.
My boy.
Oh, I love it.
My gender fluid boy.
Yeah. Think about autism so very. Yeah, no, you like that's the thing. Like, the brand of autism is specific, but you know, the main elements to write somebody with a quirk, or really the term we should be using is neurodivergency. Because
the comment. Okay, so yeah, I know we're stuck on this. And
I know.
I love this comment. Is this? So I mentioned hot take. Is this a hot take when movies use such ice imagery? I said get out. If ever I swear at you in the comments, please know that I am saying it lovingly. I'll say get the fuck out lovingly. if I'm ever directly rude to you in the comments, it's usually me being affectionate.
Well, I will. Okay, somebody said manga is still working on black representation. They seem to be improving on it, but I will mention for the Japanese, it is extremely hard for them to properly write that.
Also,
they just it's just not embedded.
Not only that. Okay, so like Asian countries in general, not great. They are okay.
This is a touchy subject. We're talking culturally.
Culturally,
yes.
If you black people in China have a much worse time there.
Yes.
Than even here in America, especially here in America.
Yeah.
Because they're I don't know the word, but there are a whole bunch of pictures of black men on a bus and just Asian people next to them in China, and they're all holding their nose because there's this misconception that black people stink disproportionately. And it's like I've seen it. I've never been to China, so I can't say myself, but I've been told it's like people think America is really bad and the West is really bad. It's worse elsewhere.
No, it really is. Like, and that's it's not so much that they can't really, they're not even allowed to make it very much because of the way it is. Like, I see some black people in some anime and other obviously we have Final Fantasy VII's boy.
Oh, Barrett! Barrett was so good. Barrett was fantastic in the remake.
But we do have to take into account that when we're discussing, those things, the cultural difference in what's going on as far as those issues go is extremely different than what we're used to.
Racism is openly sometimes promoted in the East.
Yes.
And, I'm going to get off of it because I'm not prepared to talk about it today.
Yeah.
But racism is a big problem.
I just saw the note and I thought it was an interesting topic, so.
Yeah. I feel like advising Elsa not to marry a man she just met is at least half lawful neutral, lawful good. I said that's a fair point. Arguably chaotic good. I think any advice unsolicited is chaotic good most of the time. Mm-hmm. Because you didn't fucking ask for it.
Yeah.
That's really all that comment. I just like that comment. It was a nice one.
That is a nice comment.
Thank you to people who are dropping lots of nice comments about my birthday. Thank you.
Autism also has a massive stigma in the West.
It does.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, I just don't think that every sort of neurodivergent quirk falls under the autism. I feel like it's different. So I feel like there's slight variations. New
Barrett's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
They
nailed it.
Here's the can of sexy. And they're just like, all right, a little bit for Cloud, a lot for Tifa, a little bit for Eris. Here's some for Barrett. Oops! They dropped the whole can of sexy on Barrett. And just the only reason I included this comment is because Noko commented.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically repeating the point from earlier. Noko's her art partner.
Yes, Noko's our studio partner.
The third secret member of the Loading Crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just pointing out what we talked about earlier. I just wanted to give a shout out to Noko.
Yeah, because she does even more behind the scenes stuff than I do. So she was the art's good and everything, but pushing the agendas and stuff was put in priority for this movie. Right.
At this point, the Prince duty role becoming a trope. It's a good twist. Arden from Final Fantasy 15. Basically, repeating a lot of the same things. Mulan did it better. And I said Mulan's fantastic.
The original.
Yeah. The original Mulan, not the remake.
The original animation.
Yeah, the original animation.
Because I'm sure there's different stories and stuff.
Then finally, here's someone who did not agree with me, and I don't mind people who didn't agree with me.
It sounds like you're too wrapped up in your politics to just watch a movie. I feel sorry for your daughter. I'm sorry, but if the movie didn't inject their politics first, then maybe I wouldn't get wrapped up in that point. And
that was exactly my response.
Yeah. You might want to change the video titles as going forward. You're going to do video reviews. Okay, but the movie was wrapped up in its own politics first. Not the other way around. How do you not get this?
Yeah, I think they're mad because I didn't agree with the politics. That's usually what it comes down to.
I know, but How are you so blind to the idea that the politics came first in the movie, so that's what the problem? I feel sorry for your daughter. Shut up.
Yeah, no, They're fine to have their opinion. And again, if JoJo watches it on Disney Plus, I ain't gonna stop her.
I know, but like I'm not happy. Like every time she wants to turn it on, I'm like, no, you're not playing that in front of me. I get too pissed off because this movie starts playing, I start seeing red. I'm not shitting you. I cannot. I cannot watch people review it. I can't because they always miss the Kristoff point. Everybody I've seen that's done a review of it constantly, they're like, well, the Kristoff song was funny, and I'm like, God damn it! Everybody who didn't like the movie still liked Kristoff's song, and I'm just. I can't.
Yeah, that's the last comment on Frozen, though. Who do we want to do next? I'll let tell you what, chat. I'm going to let you decide. Do you want? I'm going to type out who they are: Goblin Slayer, Jinx, Scott Pilgrim, or Uzaki.
I only know Goblin Slayer and Scott.
Okay.
That's how
What? Oh, I feel that way about Peppa Pig, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
So I'm going to refill my water. I'm going to take a quick pee break. Why don't you talk to chat
yeah.
while they decide?
Yeah, no, I'm going to yell about my poor boy. I literally just want to make a Kristoff Daki just for myself. I love him. Hello. This is Berserk. Oh my god. Goblin Slayer. Oh, Goblin Slayer. A lot of Jinx. Jojo, go to bed! Oh, okay. Oh my god. I feel like people are very excited about Goblin Slayer, even though I'm seeing a lot of Jinx too. Give me my Oracle. Okay, I think I'm gonna have him do Goblin Slayer because that's another one I know. I haven't seen Arcane. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I actually have a funny story about a show. We were at a convention, and my husband was across from me because we had two tables. I was here, and there was an aisle, and then he had another table on the other side because it was kind of crowded. And this guy, really, really sweet, cute guy, kept trying to, he found me, and then he came back towards the end of the show and asked for my number, and he was like, I can't leave here without getting your number because you're just too pretty. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna break your heart because I'm happily married with a kid. And he went, no. I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. He was flattering me. He's like, your husband is absolutely the luckiest person I know. I was like, oh my god. How much do I store on the Daki? The Daki commissions are $250 for one side, $400 for two, but I do offer discounts on my wish list. I think I do. No, he was really sweet. He was really cute and sweet. It was pretty. No, he just asked for my number, dude. That's like that's all I did. It was adorable. I was super flattered. But he was just really upset because he thought that he was gonna get a date. That's all. He was really, really enamored. But yeah, no, Dakis are blah blah. Oh, jokes? Oh, okay. My number. Yeah, hello, thank you. Oh yeah, no, he took it very well. It was really cute. I've never been that flattered before, especially at a show. Usually I do get the creeps. I've been followed to elevators before. I don't dress up because I keep getting spied on going into the bathroom and shit when I'm at conventions. That's why I don't wear pretty clothes. I just won't do it anymore. Tickets to realize, oh yeah. Have you ever started watching Flies from Wolf? I have not watched it yet. I keep meaning to though. Yeah, no, but yeah, no, the Daki commissions, if y'all want to get in on the Daki, we're doing winter and spring line, so I'm doing an order in the next, week, 2 weeks, and then I'm doing one right before the season starts in March, because my printer is going on holiday for 2-3 weeks. Yeah, it's, if you guys want to do Daki stuff, it's, just DM me.
Switch.
Wait, what's sad? What's sad? I don't know. I was telling him the stories because somebody said that I'm lucky to be married to you, and I was telling the story about the guy who wanted my number, and he was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did we decide what we wanted?
I think they said Goblin Slayer.
I can do Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I think we might just skip Scott Pilgrim altogether. I just had a few spicy comments on that one that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
But yeah, Uzaki we can skip.
Yeah, because I was telling them that I had gotten I've been followed to elevators and stuff at cons because I don't dress up anymore at all. Yeah. I didn't dress up much before, but now I did.
We're Frozen. Which one? Goblin Slayer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the art deckies are two-way tri-cut. It's the expensive material. It includes the actual pillowcase, shipping costs, and 2 keychains of your commission. So if you get the commission, then you get, all that stuff. And if it's a commission that's off my wish list, then they are discounted.
Oh, they're looking at your Alistair shirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's my one of my pullovers. I wanted the purple one, but it sold out really
Is my
fast.
Alistair shirt over there? It might be in the hamper.
The one I knew, the new one I got was my Blitzo and Stolas.
Any comments on Ocarina of Time? There wasn't really anything interesting or hot takey there, other than I made a couple mistakes. I said after the events of Ocarina of Time, I said Link didn't have the Triforce. That's just straight up wrong. He did have the Triforce.
You were.
My bad. I just messed up. I'm sorry.
Dumb.
I'm sorry. I just messed up there. So yeah, that happened. That was, I'm trying to think. That was really the only big thing. A lot of people really liked Ocarina of Time, like I did. So yeah, it was fine.
Frosty.
Let's see. She must be a C-list YouTuber. Let's see. Goblin Slayer. This was great. Thanks for having me on. That's from our boy Grimjack. And it's just a wholesome thread. I just wanted to show off. Shout out to Grimjack for joining us for Goblin Slayer.
I had so much fun listening to that one just for the Goblin.
There were people who didn't know who he was, and they stopped watching because they didn't like what he was doing. And I know that's because they didn't get the joke. They didn't know who he was.
But it's fun. No matter that shouldn't matter. It's Goblin Slayer being freaking crazy. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's oops. They just did. A lot of people just didn't like it. Not many. I would say 5 commented.
That's still so disappointing because Grimjack does such a great joke. Goblin. Oh,
no, I loved him.
Man.
Alignment video on Finn from Adventure Time. I'm gonna say there was a point where I really stopped liking Adventure Time, and I just don't really want to revisit it. Same thing with Steven Universe. There was a point where I really dropped off of that.
Steven Universe would be far worse to cover, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Adventure Time would...
Is this VOD going to be saved? Yeah. It will be saved. We will make it live. So.
Give us your best impression of it.
Of who? Goblins? No. I can't. Dude, okay, here's the thing. One of the reasons that video came out... There are mistakes in that video that I'm not going to point out, but I know them, and I noticed them. And I wasn't going to ask for a reshoot because I know how hard the Goblin Slayer's voice is on Grimjack, and I'm not going to do that to my voice. So, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'll talk about Steven Universe another day.
No, that's not something I want to get into either, because that is a long, deep dive into crap that I really...
There's a lot going on with that one. And believe it or not, it wasn't actually the politics that bothered me about it.
There's a lot more than that, yeah.
There was a lot of it. There was a lot that happened in Steven Universe.
Not to mention the whole vibe reminds us way too much of another creator we know.
Also, she needs to stop shouting. Would you mind?
Yep.
Had to separate the abridged. Yeah. The Goblin Slayer brought on may have been a parody. Oh, Jeffrey again! It's our boy! Okay. It's our anthropologist. The Goblin Slayer you brought may have been a parody, but genuinely everyone who doesn't think Goblin Slayer is a true hero is missing the point of the show. Little problems don't go away because bigger ones show up, and tiny villages don't care if it's a demon lord or some goblins.
You can have the TV back when if you were asleep.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, good night, though. After school.
The thing is, there is another very good deep dive into Steven Universe called, it's Steven Universe's Garbage and Here's Why. And it's by a creator named, what is her name? Lily Orchid. And I'm just going to warn you, Lily Orchid is a giant asshole. Like, she is
Like,
not a fun person.
No, and there are things in other areas where she is wrong, but those like the thing is, it does not discredit what she came up with in her Steven Universe video.
Yeah.
And the Steven Universe video, in my opinion, is probably about 95% on point.
Yeah. I feel like her Steven Universe takedown is very good.
Yes.
It's very, very thorough. There's not a lot I disagree with it. I can't think of anything. Like, she did her research.
There's tons of things that she does elsewhere where I do disagree with her a lot. But I would say that just because she herself is an incompetent asshole in some areas does not make her Steven Universe video any less competent than, because I do believe that one.
Is it the Lily Pete one? Maybe?
Yeah,
Lily
Pete? Yeah, Lily
Is it
Pete.
Lily Pete? I thought it was Lily Orchard. My bad.
She probably changed it to try to get away from some bad press that she's gotten.
I don't know. I've seen it.
No. Lily Pete it's complicated because people do not like her and they want to discredit her just based on who she is and what she's done in other areas. And I understand that feeling.
By the way, I was blowing my nose.
But at the same time, I really don't think she's wrong in this instance. I think this and her Avatar video are pretty much on point.
Yeah, I like those a lot.
I do, yeah.
Let's see. Can you shut the door? She is...
I've tried to tell her to go to bed.
It's not necessarily that. It's just distracting is all. Just shut the door. All right. Yeah, and Bradley even responds here. That's why they brought Grimjack to do the video. While he does play around the character's personality to create comedic moments, he understands perfectly well that his cause is noble. Yeah, that's why I had Grimjack. Grimjack seems to understand Goblin Slayer the best out of a lot of YouTubers I've found. Especially because Goblin Slayer has a very bad reputation on the internet solely because of episode 1.
Yeah.
And, like, Goblin Slayer is a great show, great character, great... Actually, Goblin Slayer, unironically, legitimately best world building I've ever seen in an anime. It is some of the best, most subtle, like, deep lore I've ever seen in any show, and it's in a show called Goblin Slayer where no one has a proper noun. It is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I love Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer is fantastic. I like that a lot. Oh, this is Demonac. I'm always going to give my boy a shout out.
I'm guessing his alignment is lawful kill goblins.
Yeah. He kills goblins. Yeah. Lily Orchard is a jerk. Being a jerk doesn't make you wrong.
Nope.
Yeah. It's sometimes how it goes.
Yeah.
Just
because you don't want to get their autograph doesn't mean that they're not right sometimes.
I like this one. Barges into area, kills goblins, gets all the white fruits, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
Oh my god. Okay, One Piece is fantastic in all of its character development and world building and everything, but Goblin Slayer is one of the most fascinating, unique types of world we've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Okay. Every fucking weeboo is going to tell you this. Read the manga. Read the side manga, too. And it's really, really good. Would you be willing to do a video on Spider-Man from the shows, like TMZ Spidey or Spectacular Spidey? Maybe. It comes down to length and my previous knowledge.
I'm actually watching the old 90s Spider-Man cartoon right now, because I couldn't get my fix with Sam Raimi's films.
Yeah. Goblin Slayer is one of the things where I felt dread for non-important characters. No. That too. Because not only do the characters die, they die brutally, and the
side characters are the ones that are most in danger.
The brutality of the show is what needs to happen in order to sell what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's one of the few shows where I feel the rape is necessary. Even though it's wrong.
It shows the threat that he's fighting against. Because he's the one that kind of, like he said, he goes in and he protects the everyman. He's not there for the big adventure. He's not there to be the big grand hero. He wants to, help the farmers and the just everyday people. And in order to really understand what he's doing and why he does it, you have to see how bad the everyday shit is.
Someone suggested interspecies reviewers. I'm going to get to that comment later. That came up before.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Goblin Slayer is just good. I really like it. It's fantastic. It's one of the best, most underrated things.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't bring up my favorite character. This was good. I did legit forget this.
In choices where the girls make Goblin Slayer promise not to kill goblins with flooding, poison, or fire.
So he blows up the non-beholder, and the girls get pissed that he used fire, and Goblin Slayer was like, that was not a goblin. I think that's lawful neutral. And I'm like, yeah, and that's a great character moment. You found out that Goblin Slayer is not necessarily the deadliest fighter in the show. He's the deadliest character because he's like Iron Man in the sense that he is more resourceful than actually he's more like Peter Quill. Yeah. He is more resourceful than like any other character. Goblin Slayer's superpower is his mind, his imagination, and his ingenuity. And
he gets that from his raging autism.
His raging autism and focus.
It's just autistic focus and fascination and just like
it's so good.
Do this one thing right.
I feel normal and abridged alignments might be a tad different. That's debatable because personality is not necessarily alignment and vice versa. But arguably, Abridged Boy is chaotic good. I just like that comment.
I mean, you would probably review Abridged Kirito different than normal Kirito.
I would because Abridged Kirito is a much different character with much different goals. Abridged Kirito, I'm going to do one day. I'll just spoil. Yeah, I'm just straight up. Once Alfheim is done, is that what it's called?
I don't fucking know.
Once. I may just move on to Abridged Kirito, actually. Like, just the story arc.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll do Alfheim. But yeah, no.
Min-max to defeat goblins.
Let's see. So, essentially, these are two comments pointing out that it was nice to see Goblin Slayer done funny because Redo was such a heavy video.
The guy you got excellent aftercare. Oh my god, yeah, that's a good idea. That's not
Chat's alignment. Technically, it has to be.
British Kirito is actually a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Why was the movie not included in the review? Oh, I'm actually going to talk about that. 1 second. Catnival. I'm actually... Hold on. That comment is in here.
Do you have an evil hero you do in your videos like Dexter? We haven't seen Dexter yet.
I have not seen Dexter. I mean, I did Kaeruga. Like, and that's about the most evil hero I could do.
Isn't he great?
Let's see. Great video as ever. It's sad you didn't include the Goblin Slayer movie, Goblin's Crown. And I said I didn't know it existed. I missed that movie entirely.
How did you miss a whole movie of your favorite show?
I don't know.
That's insane.
I missed it. And the thing is, it covered my favorite arc.
No!
It's the best arc because they go to the mountains and they encounter the Goblin Paladin.
Okay, well, I got a question. Is the movie available anywhere online or is it
I want to say Crunchyroll.
well, I mean, we don't have that, so...
Yeah, it's... I would have gotten it.
I know, but, like, we prefer to buy our movies anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you could just... I'll find the articular metric.
I'll be honest, I didn't like SAO. I rage quit in SAO. I rage quit in SAO at the honeymoon episode.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to get to Redo,
We're going to get to Redo is going to be the second to last video. In fact, it may be coming up simply because the stream has been going on for a very long time. Yeah. And I don't want this to be a 6-hour stream.
Yeah, so we should probably just move on to... Yeah, because we know we got to talk about my stuff and that's going to be... Mm-hmm. Y'all get to hear some of my dark side stuff.
Let's see.
Because I know he put it in a couple
So are we not going to talk about how he apparently was waterboarding goblins and the other horrific acts before the elf had to convince him not to?
The elf hates fun.
I don't really have a response to that other than goblins in this series are not people. They're basically demons. They're irredeemable, born evil monsters. Yeah. And that is because the world itself is a tabletop game. And the characters are classified in very specific ways. Monsters have no redeeming qualities in that series.
No, it's not like, again, Redo Healer, where the monsters are actually given human traits and a personality and stuff. Their base goblins are monsters that want to kill and rape, and that's all they do. And it's not the same.
Yeah. The World's Finest Assassin.
Oh my God, I seriously need to watch that.
I do. Apparently, it's like #2 in Japan right now. Everywhere.
God, yeah.
Anime fan. I think he's in chat right now. Good thing Stuart is a C-lister. In fact, I think he gave a super chat saying exactly that.
Also, should have used Fate Cuchulain's face over Spearman since he's such an Huh?
So, okay, in the Goblin Slayer video, Spear Guy, he put Giovanni's face on him. And the reason he put Giovanni's face on him, Giovanni Batage, is because it's the same voice actor.
Right. I remember that now.
Yep. That's it.
Karuga is basically a very twisted Virgil from Devil May Cry 5.
Fuck, in the Goblin Slayer universe, both DMs are women. I know.
Actually, that makes a lot more sense.
It really does. I'm pretty sure. There are 2 DMs, and they're known as Truth and Ideals, or Truth and something.
Probably Truth and Ideals.
Yeah. Yep. So, they, I believe they're both women. I want to say.
That would track. That would track.
Yep. Let's see. Number 10. Hey, Stuart, I was wondering, do you have a link to the statement about the author calling Goblin Slayer neurodivergent? Essentially, I saw it somewhere. I took it as gospel, and I put it in the video. I should not have put it in the video simply because I don't have solid confirmation on that. That may have been a mistake to put it there, but I think almost everyone agrees that's what he was going for.
Yeah, I swore there was an actual article where he confirmed it, but I can't. Well, like, you read so much of this stuff and you forget where you see it. I have that problem all the time because you know you end up doing like late night binges where you read interesting facts. Like, I had a really fascinating Twitter dive one night where I was doing a history study of the Bible because of the things that like made me mad at like people always point out, and I found some really interesting like Hebrew like translation from the original Hebrew is totally different than what we know it is. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then now when I want to bring it up in an argument, it's like, okay, I know I read it. I know it exists. But I forgot to like save it in a tab or something, so I can't cite my source. But like,
yeah,
I know.
I maybe should not have said it. Arguably, I should have left it out of the video. I should have cut it out. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. And I felt he was coded autistic enough that I could have said it safely.
Truth and illusion are usually...
That's it. Truth is a male? Okay, that might be it then.
According to the wiki, Goblin Slayer autistic icon hero.
Actually, I legit think, unironically, Goblin Slayer is...
I do. I admire his tenacity with it. It's just a, you know, an XP is basically just character from another thing and is the thing, at least in the look. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut Scott Pilgrim, and I think I'm gonna cut Uzaki. The only thing I want to say about Uzaki, I will just pull up one comment actually, and it's the only really the comment that mattered.
Are y'all Christian? I'm Christian.
I don't want to label myself. If I had to give myself a label, it'd be agnostic, and I hate even doing that. To be honest.
Yeah, he was raised Christian, but like I'm actually Christian, but like I reject the church.
Actually, I'm just gonna blast past. I'm gonna read Uzaki. Right, I'm just gonna blast past him. I love how you casually offer to draw Uzaki Daki, when clearly Sakurai Daki would have been better. Both the Smash Bros guy and the male character. That would be a funny commission. Like one side is Masahiro Sakurai, and the other side is Sakurai from the show. I don't see
real people though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But yeah.
That was a cute comment. So yeah, that was Anime Fan again. You're getting a lot of attention today, dude.
Yeah.
Personally, I like Uzaki-chan more than Nagatoro, but honestly, I can't blame anyone for their preference. Uzaki reminds me of my girlfriend more than Nagatoro does. See, that's legit. Legit.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of these, like, girlfriend anime, though, are going to be about which anime girl is most like your real-life partner. Like, that's going to be part of the thing. Though I do think Uzaki is the lower quality show, by far.
Yeah, I will say that. To me, it's definitely the lower quality show. If you like Gaishin Goomba likes her a lot because it reminds him of his wife.
Well, his wife looks like that.
His wife looks like Uzaki. She's not as thin as Uzaki is, but she
looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's fine. That's legit. Honestly, I want to do a video called like "What Alignment Is Your Waifu?" or something like that, where I talk about basically Nagatoro, Uzaki, and Komi-san are 3 different male insert fantasies. They really are.
Yep.
And essentially, the fantasy of Uzaki is that you are an attractive guy that some girl just wants to bring out the best in you. And Komi-san is the opposite. Yeah. Komi-san is a beautiful girl, needs this boy to bring out the best in her. And Nagatoro is somewhere in between, even though it doesn't seem like it.
Nagatoro's a brat.
Nagatoro, I'll talk about later, but yeah. This one, fun fact, the Notary episode was entirely sponsored, and I fucking knew it. When I was watching that episode, I was like, did they pay for this episode? Because it was all they were doing. They were just talking about Toturi, and it sucked.
Because it was, I mean, I understand you need funding, but
yeah, no, dude, that episode sucked so bad. I actually relate to the guy in Uzaki. I got friends, and I kept myself in college. And yeah, so that one's really good too, because I made the joke, finally, an anime protagonist I can relate to, and I'm covered in chips and pizza.
Yeah.
And, like, that's legit, though. Like anime should be for everybody, and there should be an anime that relates to hot guys.
Yeah, no, because some of the best looking guys I know are still single as hell, and they don't, and because they're too nice.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they've got their shit together, and they got everything, and then they're so nice that they just get stepped on instead of actually finding somebody. And they're single and lonely, and it's sad.
Yeah, there should be anime for hot guys, too.
Yeah.
Really,
so,
like,
yeah.
if you relate to him, good for you. Really do.
Yeah.
I feel like Chaotic Stupid alignment would be more fitting of her. One day I'll do a video talking about Chaotic Stupid. It's a surprisingly interesting subject. Lawful Horny actually sparked a huge debate on Twitter.
Oh my god, yeah,
I just wanted to include that comment because I knew I'd forget about it.
Definitely do Joey though, is lawful horny. I love that.
Joey is lawful horny.
I love Joey Tribbiani, man.
Let's see. I don't hate the show. Follows up with a line with, it was a chore for me to watch. Thing is, I will say, my best videos tend to be shows I'm not a big fan of. Mm-hmm. Because I have to do more to make it interesting for me. And there's more for me to talk about in things I don't like. Things that I do like, it's basically me just going, this is really good, guys. It's best show, bye. Like, I get stupid around things that I like.
You don't know how to build an argument to actually make... Like, I should come on to the ones that you do like and help you, like, actually give the...
Well, the thing is, too, like, Redo was a show that I really liked. And I defended it very well, and the same thing with Nagatoro too. But I had much more.
It's because you had to defend it. You didn't have to just be like, yay.
Like the Dio video, I was just like, Dio's evil, guys. It's fun. Bye. Like.
So how you doing?
How you doing? Let's see.
Yeah, I was never had any high school university relationships, mainly because I wasn't mentally prepared for it. Yeah, I've been engaged since my senior year in high school.
Yeah, we've been together since middle school, and I'm 32 today. So
yeah, I was literally like all my teachers were congratulating me except for the one bitch.
We're gonna pass.
Yeah, I know, but like I was so in with him that like I got engaged before the school year started, and then first day of school I'm like, I got engaged over the summer, and showing up to all my friends, and they were like, okay, that's different. and all my teachers were congratulating me except for one who was like, you're too stupid. But anyway, go on.
It's nice to see you binge these. Basically, someone was suggesting that I should do Team 4-star, like Dragon Ball Z characters with Team 4-star.
Okay.
I'd basically say, if I want a collaboration, I will usually get it, but mostly because I find a personality and I write the video around them. Mm-hmm. So, for example, with Mewtwo, I found Joe Cat, and I wrote the video around Joe Cat.
Yeah, and that was really good.
With Crit Crab, same thing with the Grinch. I don't know why. I just needed Crit Crab for that one. Goblin Slayer, I needed Grimjack. Masako, I needed for Broly. I wrote those videos around them, and I did most of the writing for most of them. There are two exceptions. Demonac came to me and wrote basically the Dracula video. Same thing with Kefka. Josh Scorcher literally hopped in my DMs and said, we're doing this, sent me the script, and I went, oh, I guess we're doing this. Josh Scorcher hopped in like an autism on cocaine. He basically acted like you, which is why I went, yeah, okay, we're doing this. Like, and he's been on record to say he is autistic.
Okay.
Yeah, so
he's like me, just, no social anything, just hey, this is what's happening, and I don't care how it happens, but it's happening.
Demonac was much nicer about it. He was very polite. He's like, listen, I approached him and I said, is there any character you want to do? And he said, I want to do Dracula, and we're going to do Dracula. And I said, okay, are you sure? And he's like, I already know how exactly this is going to go. And I got in a call with him. He wrote the script in front of me, and I said, yeah, you know exactly how this is going to go.
Any heterosexual manga.
Yeah, no, fuck it. Josh Scorcher was a treat to work with, okay? I would love to work with him again.
He sounds fun. I think I like him already.
He's also, like you, he's very Christian, very red-pilled.
Oh, okay. I really like him.
Yeah, no, he's... Aaron Yeager?
Yeah, the only AOT kind of went downhill for us really hard, so it's boring to watch for us. But yeah.
Let's see. Based on your 2 videos, I like Nagatoro a bit more. Basically, yeah. They're just kind of agreeing with me on my point. But like Uzaki doesn't really appreciate Sakurai like she should. She's kind of treating him badly. Meanwhile, Nagatoro, they're kind of bringing out the best in each other. It's a good comment, but there's not much I can say about it. Let's see. Okay, these are people, I just included them together. They're just kind of commenting about the quality of the show. Someone didn't like, a lot of people didn't like that I used the dub, and I was like, why? It was Monica Rial, the guy who plays Bulma.
Yeah, it's Monica and Rico.
Yeah, they were fantastic. People are just being, like, sub-superious.
Yeah, no, that's because it's Monica and Rico. It's... Also, we got to meet Rico Fajardo, like, recently at a show, and he is the nicest fucking guy ever.
Wait, that's Sakurai?
Yes!
As in Mirio. Of course he is!
Yeah!
Of course. He is required to play every hot guy, isn't he?
Did you miss the giant banner next to his table that had the Uzaki-chan?
I missed it, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, it was right there next to his table. Like, next to his Lemillion shit, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that was Rico!
Yeah, I missed it. My bad. Let's see. Uzaki is the weakest of the Saidari trio because of everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, apparently it does get interesting later, because eventually Sakurai is about to graduate, and she hasn't confessed to him yet.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah,
you
and I said, that's very interesting. That's going to be what comes up in season 2.
Yeah.
And I said, well, once we get there, I want to know more, because the stakes are involved.
Monica Rial, really? But how do they not... Is she mean? Is she kind of like... Oh, whatever.
All right. Not gonna lie. I relate to the guy more here in Uzaki more than Nagatoro. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean, if you've never been, socially, like, inept, then you're not gonna relate to the Nagatoro guy.
Yeah, like, Sakurai is very well adjusted. I guess I related to the senpai more.
Since the Kick Vic stuff.
I understand now. Okay.
Okay,
I didn't realize that's what happened. Here's the thing. I will still admire her as an artist.
She's still a great voice actress. Yeah, like, this is the separation of, like, person versus what they do, Like, there's a thing there where you can be good at your artwork even though you're a total dick.
Yeah. Like, you're talented, still an asshole. You could do that. Like, who... Nope, not gonna call that person out. Nope. I just realized.
Don't do it. Keep going.
Moving on. I relate to Senpai. I was very much a wallflower. Alex brought out best in me. I brought out best in her.
When you're autistic, you don't understand social cues, so you just tell everybody around you just to get over it.
There was another comment. I couldn't find the person who commented this, but there's one comment I do want to include here. It was in the Nagatoro video. Nagatoro, he proposes, is just as socially as awkward as Senpai is because she does not know how to tell him that she likes him. All she can do, she has to shield herself with teasing. And I'm like, that's a good observation, and I'm surprised I didn't say that.
I feel like that might be more of a natural coming-of-age thing for kids, though.
Her youth helps a lot in her charm.
Because they're, like, middle school age.
No, she's a freshman, he's a sophomore.
Really?
Yeah, freshman and sophomore.
Wait, is it the same for us, or is it...
Same for them.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
Oh, they call it first year.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's why I was using Western terms.
Monica Messer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We talked a lot about politics, but I do want to dive out of that for now.
Okay.
So, do we want to do Jinx and then Kea?
We can do Jinx really fast if we do it quick. I mean, I don't really... I had serious problems with Arcane. Just not with the show itself, but with it existing in the way it did.
Someone pointed out, I detest League of Legends because of the sheer amount of toxic people. And Arcane is an amazing masterpiece and the characters are well written. And this is basically a whole thread of people basically agreeing with that.
Yeah. Because League has had major community issues since the get-go, if I remember correctly. Because we even had problems with people that we knew who were playing League, and they were just some of the worst. Like, when it came to League, they were the worst person. Like, it was kind of, it's always been bad, and, stuff, yeah. Harry Potter's, that's gonna be,
But I do address that later. Is it weird that I hope Arcane becomes an anthology focusing on lots of different champions?
Now, this is tricky because we now know that Arcane technically breaks the established lore that is in League that people actually really like, and that's why a lot of fans of League don't like the show, even though it is really well done and really well written and gorgeously animated, I have to admit. But it also brings attention to something that, like, I gotta say, I don't, what's the company that does League?
Riot.
I hate Riot.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them, for one. So I hate the idea that this show is so good because it's just going to make people want to play League now. Yeah. And they're going to get into this, and it's going to build on top of a community that's already got a really bad reputation for being not that great to begin with.
Well, if it helps, there was a big movement on Twitter. I don't remember what the exact hashtag was, but it was, no matter how good Arcane is, I will never play League of Legends.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's like a small saving grace in that whole, like...
It's kind of like the silver lining of Season Throws to give it Season 8.
Yeah.
No one blames the actors. Everyone blames D&D for that.
Yeah, no, and it's just it's a super messy, complicated ball for me. And, like, I despise Riot. I despise that this might get League more attention. I despise that it breaks things that actual fans like about it. There's so many little details in here, despite it being an amazing show, that just make me not want it to... I wish it didn't exist in the first place.
The fact that the animators for the KDF video got screwed as hard as they did by Riot, it speaks a lot. And
it makes me worry about this, because like, I don't know who got paid or who didn't anymore with Riot, or if Netflix funded it, or if they just screwed another animation studio again. I don't know.
This guy's in the chat right now.
Oh, yeah.
Holy hell, that last part with you talking about her anxiety and feelings that she's going through. Shit, man, I've recently had to go through that. Intrusive thoughts. Basically, I get very personal in the Jinx video. You didn't watch that one, but like I kind of spilt my guts in it.
Oh, my God.
And like I explained how I really relate to Jinx. And basically, wholesome thread. That's all it is. It's just us saying Merry Christmas to each other. Good. It was a good thread. I like that thread. Thank you very much, Strongsmith. Wonderful comment. I hope you're doing well. I don't remember if you told me we're getting therapy or not, but...
Arcane is on my no-watch list, especially because I have no intention in supporting anything connected to Riot. I don't blame you. It's kind of like, yeah. Like,
it's like J.K. Rowling right now. It's
Like, you gotta find your own threshold of what... Like, I'm still gonna watch Harry Potter movies myself. I can't disconnect myself from that, but, like, I totally get people who can't do it anymore. I get it. You do what you can, right?
Yeah,
you do what you can.
Yep. Well, I like the ending of Jinx's narrative arc. The middle section, blah, blah, blah. It's very similar to She-Ra, and that's what got me to want to watch She-Ra.
Gotcha.
It's that's it basically.
Okay,
Thank
gotcha.
you. Yep. If She-Ra's that good, I will watch it.
We'll see.
Oh, this one. Okay, this guy.
The redo of Feel Good and that you like Jinx, the fact that you relate to her explains. Yeah, and you do.
Yeah. So. There was a deleted comment. I wish they didn't delete their comment because I kind of had an argument with a person.
Yeah.
Someone said, between the Jinx video and the redo of Healer video, it seems you have a victim complex.
No!
And I went, hold up.
Oh, no.
I never once said I related to Kaeruga.
No.
Never once did I say I related to him.
No, you know somebody who relates to Kaeruga.
And I think that was miscommunicated. I think a lot of people... And he even said... and I explained that in the comment thread. It's like, I got mad in Redo of Healer, not because people were being mean to me specifically about Redo, but because other fans were being shamed about it, and I was defending those fans.
Yeah.
And he was surprised that I would get that passionate about it. And I said, no, I would do the same for you, too. Like, don't shame fans for liking something, especially if it helps them.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, and it was very similar to this comment.
Yeah.
And I wanted to point out, Helltaker, thank you for writing this, so I had an example to go on, because the other guy deleted his comment, and I wish you didn't. If you're in chat right now, and if you're the guy who mentioned the victim complex, please know I'm not mad at you. I actually appreciated it, and it gave another insight to the character. So,
Yeah.
And insight to me,
Muffin.
too. So, thank you. Okay, so this one from Pink Puff, this is basically a very long, very detailed explanation on why competitive games, as soon as they become competitive and professional, immediately become toxic. And that's because it's competition. Yeah, it's just how it is. So yeah, it's a very good point, and I would want to read it in its entirety. But yeah, League, as soon as it became an esport, it's undoubtedly going to become toxic. So they were correct there. And then this one, let's see. She really did become my favorite character by far. I don't know what to say about other than I support women's rights, but also women's wrongs. I want to give her a hug. One thing I will say about this show is Vi is a better Captain Marvel and Korra than they were.
Yeah.
That is how you do the angry lesbian, like, feminist character.
And like I love, because people like they pick on the lesbian bit of her really, really hard, but like it's written in such a way where you really didn't have to view it that way. Because I saw best friends, and you're like, oh no,
they're going to be girlfriends.
Yeah, like, okay, no, I see it now, but like I like how it wasn't so heavy-handed that we had to, lean into it. It was just kind of there. Yeah, you see the kitty cat.
That last comment was better than my college essays. No, it was a very insightful comment, and unfortunately, I just can't show it in its entirety, just for time and brevity's sake. So, that was really all in the Jinx video, and I did want to point out that Vi did the angry lesbian very well. It was good.
You want your mousey?
Yep. Let's see. Are we doing Kayaruga now?
Yay!
Let's do Kayaruga.
Here's my boy!
Here's what everyone, I'm sure, is here for.
Yeah.
Kayaruga. Oh boy.
Yay!
Redo of Healer.
Talk
I took over 30 comments on this one.
Well, just start with...
I'm going to start at the beginning. So this question here is, what got you to watch Redo of Healer, and what got you into it? And I said I saw that Twitter was throwing a fit and the show was getting a series, so I read the manga in defiance of Twitter and found it to be really engaging. And they're like, holy cow, that's not 20 motivation. And I was like, if it offends Twitter, it's just icing on the cake. And
I'll never tell anyone in real life. Yeah,
I'm asexual, and I personally like Redo. Yeah, like I said, I know so many asexuals who I talk to at conventions who bought the pillow, or they heard us talking about Redo, and they were like, I love it. Like, so many of them were asexual, too, and they were all had the same story. They were all abused or were in bad relationships. It's crazy. It's
almost like having touch aversion and having like things like that.
Yeah, it's really, really good. League of Legends allowed me to reconnect. Yeah. Oh boy, here it comes. Here comes the comments. I'm here for Kevin.
It came from everything else, actually. I did back up from Redo after this nonsense again. I just didn't want to watch it.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, no. There is no doubting that some people just cannot finish watching Redo.
And
that is absolutely but that's the point. If some people couldn't watch it, it could not be what it is. It has to be that far out to get the point across. That's because that's what it is. It's the core of what it is.
Yeah, we had almost 1,000 comments on this one. This is our most commented video by all months by a lot.
At all.
Kevin came close, but that's because I asked the comment section to be stupid.
Yeah.
So it's obviously here I'll say that I got very personal and people were really polite about it. Someone said, considering you're a fan of Corruption of Champions, it explains a lot. I was like, hey.
Somebody called you out on that.
Hey.
The thumbnail Kara gets
Okay, actually, I made like 3 or 4 different thumbnails, and each time I was like, this isn't going far enough.
If we ever go to my comment once again, I swear I didn't know it was a joke. I took it at face value. I'm sorry. Nothing, you're whining. I'm trying to talk about Cancun.
Oh my god. So, yeah, just people, like, surprised, despite my thumbnail for this live stream, most, like, 99% of the comments were positive. This one right here, this is just a guy, he talks about his abuse.
Yeah.
This guy, Caleb, yeah, thanks for sharing, dude. I don't think it's, I'm not even certain it's right for me to show it in this stream. But yeah, he talks about how he was abused and
public
yeah,
comment.
It's wonderful. I'm screenshot this comment if you want. But yeah, it's
yeah, I know he basically just
I appreciate it. It made me tear up. I really do. Thank you. Boy, here comes chat. Redo was a weird one for me because I wasn't expecting the content given. It was uncomfortable to be ambushed with. I don't hate that it exists.
Well, we put this big giant warning at the start.
I think that meant the anime in general. The anime did not advertise. It was what it was.
Well, that's probably a Japan problem.
There is a splash art image of Freya basically being assaulted.
That's what makes me like it so much. Kiruga is in many ways with a lot of SA victim. Yeah. I'm not giving Redo a try yet after watching the video. I kind of want to. I love stories and evil characters. Yeah, Stuart, don't relate to him. Also, Stuart also draw me. He's just
Listen.
Okay.
He's got a cool ass design.
He does. All right, and I legit there is a Kiruga cosplay hoodie that I really want. Yeah, no. So So the thing is when Stuart was talking about Kiruga a lot, he's probably thinking about me a lot in that video, because I was a massively sexually assaulted victim, and K-Kun is my inner darkness hero.
Yeah.
I love him. I love this show. My favorite episode is episode 9 by far.
Which one? Oh, the cannibal scene. The cannibal scene in episode 9 is really fucked up, but really well shot. Like
the directing and the writing, and it's something I would have reveled in my fanfic days. Like if I had like a 20-page long description in a fanfic form, a written form of it, that would be my bookmarked part.
One of the things, so like Crit Crab basically has a full channel of that guy DMs.
Yeah.
If out of context I told you about any of the campaigns that Alex DM'd, Alex would be that guy. But that's because...
Oh, in my opinion, the show actually didn't go far enough, but that's just me. Yeah, no, I was like, let's just do a little bit more. You can go a little further, because, like, you're censoring some of this, but, like, I get why. It can't, like, obviously we have the light novels. If they ever get translated, I'm buying those.
I think they are.
Fuck me, I need them.
Okay. I just couldn't deal. Dude, that's fine. And one of the things I want to point out too is a lot of people are like, I want to give this show a chance again. You don't have to.
Yeah, no. It is made specifically for that some people cannot handle it. Like, that's fine. Like, the cannibal scene was cathartic. Yes. Oh my god.
That and the finger break, it made me sigh in physical relief. Wow, that is a reaction I did not expect.
That's how I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's me.
Well, like, the thing is, too, like, the people he's getting his revenge on are so, like, I wouldn't even say cartoonishly evil, but they're so evil that, like, the writer did a very good job in pointing out that these people kind of just, like, had it coming.
Yeah, no, they did.
They did.
Ooh, I like this one. I also checked it out due to the Twitter meltdown. One of the main things I got from it was surprisingly well animated. The fight choreography was well designed, and the VAs were amazing. So I could literally go on for an hour about just the camera shots and angles in this show because it is so well directed. It's beyond. It should not be this good. It should not. Like, the final episode where they do the turning camera shot, like the one from Thor Ragnarok that you got, it blew my freaking mind.
I also do want to point out that the hot rod thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This or the hot rod. That was done full on in the light novel. Like he used both, and like the manga and the anime wisely chose not to do that because that's a bit too far.
When you're into stuff like Warhammer 40K, it's not that dark. Oh my god.
That's the thing. There's so much Western media that is so much darker than
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it is so much like Tyrion Lannister. Like he doesn't do like his corruption plotline is like just almost as bad. Like Keiruga is basically Tyrion Lannister because he's kind of got this like Tyrion's got this dark edge to him, but once the trial happens and he leaves King's Landing, like Tyrion rapes a prostitute and he abuses another dwarf girl and he kills his ex-girlfriend and she like arguably didn't deserve it.
I think the fine line is that he gives them a chance to see if they're better in the new timeline and they fail each and every time. Ooh, yeah. Except problem is that they're not cartoonish as people exist and they've hurt a lot of people, which is what makes seeing them come up and satisfying. Gun Hero to get his ducky punishment. Where the hell is his sister? We're waiting for that, right?
Oh, we're doing a setsu now, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to read the right novel now.
I wanted to see that. Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the happy birthday. Let's see.
It just wasn't sexual.
So, someone pointed out here, time to do Naofumi from Rising of Shield Hero. Basically, these are 3 people talking about Shield Hero.
Yeah, no, did you mention that, like, it's, like, Naofumi is basically a light, Keiruga light.
It's like Diet Keiruga.
Oh,
so,
God.
like,
Yeah.
it's... Shield Hero is a much different show. It is an isekai, first of all, which means it's immediately different.
Because people are like, oh, this is an isekai show. No, it's his own universe. He just reset the timeline.
He reset the timeline, so you could call that an isekai, but it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Shield Hero is basically a story about a kid who gets isekai'd, but he's also isekai'd with at least 3 other people from alternate versions of Japan, and he gets the shittiest class. He gets the Shield class. And that story was more about how he gets shit on and how he has to deal with it now. How he has to work against the society despite how much the deck was stacked against him. Like, the first thing that happens to him is a false rape accusation.
Yeah.
And that sets him off into the world penniless. He has to buy a slave. He has to team up with other things. And every decision he makes gets progressively worse for him. Keiruga is not really like that at all. And my problem with Naofumi is the show is really, really good up until the point where they introduce the Dark Shield power, and then everything that made that show interesting immediately stops happening. Because he immediately, like, it's almost like night and day how quickly the show changes once he gets the Dark Shield power, because he then becomes invincible, he can kill anything, and the only consequence is that he's knocked out for a few days. Yeah. So, like, the whole point of the Shield class is that he couldn't do damage. He had to party up with other people. That's why he had to buy slaves. He had to have a slave fight for him, and that's what happened.
My evil person for laughing off Freya's scared face being cut out in the thumbnail.
To be honest, I did that on purpose. It's a little funny.
Black Lagoon. I have heard that I would really like Black Lagoon.
Would an evil hero be justified in their revenge? That's not my call to make.
Yeah. No.
I'm not saying that he's right or wrong. I'm saying what he's doing is evil.
Yeah.
But, like, my whole argument for that show is that exists for people that need it, and it is entertaining to many.
Yeah, no,
and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not that you're defending the actions of the hero. It's that you're defending that this type of story is allowed to exist.
Yeah.
It's the mindset that protagonists are pushing.
I like this one.
Black Lagoon and Corpse Party are the 2 anime that people keep telling me personally that I would love.
Got to the beach episode and was satisfied. I didn't need any more.
Okay.
Okay, so the raccoon girl. What is the raccoon girl's name? From Shield Hero.
Oh, I don't know. I thought Shield Hero was really boring. I turned it off after 3 episodes.
So the beach episode featured her pretty heavily, and I think she's cute and she's fine.
Redo doesn't have a beach episode, does it?
Redo does not have a beach episode because
funny.
it doesn't need one. Oh no, the beach episode is a threesome in the lake.
Oh yeah.
That's the beach episode.
That's like High School of the Dead got a beach episode. You know?
Of course it did.
Yeah, I know. It was High School of the Dead.
The audio is amazing in Redo. Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, the word is cathartic.
Do you like Bleach? Bleach was fine. I got bored after Raftalia, thank you. I got bored after Soul Society, and most people did too.
Muffin, are you okay?
It's handled better in the manga. I will read the manga. I'm going to do Malfumi. I have to. Now that I've done Redo, it's opened up all these other possibilities for me to do, and a lot of them is going to be a lot of isekai characters, specifically the evil ones. So yeah. Let's see. People threaten me to upload... this is from Cole Savoli. People threaten me to upload it if I talk about uploading the video. Uploads video anyway. That's all I needed to subscribe. It is one of my most subscribed to videos. I gained about 500 subs from that video.
Good lord! I knew it'd be big, but like it exceeded my expectations even.
Yeah, it's
I know you got a really I don't think it's a comment, but I think you got that really nice Twitter thread too from the guy who was really appreciative.
The one Redo fan that ran into us at a con.
Yes.
Yeah. I believe they're an asexual trans girl. I'm not certain. But yeah, she really liked it. For similar reasons like you did.
Yep.
Stuart opening up that class tree. It went nuts. This Redo was a game changer for the channel. It really was.
Yeah.
There's so much I want to do in the future, and it showed me how accepting the audience was of my ideas. So yeah, expect more things like this in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you. 3? Let's see. You talk about respect at the end, hit me really hard. We need more people like you to let others enjoy what they want. So, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Shield Hero manga spoilers, not Dark Shield, Wrath Shield. And these were curse upgrades, themed around the 7 deadly sins. See, that's more interesting. And the anime sure didn't fucking portray that.
Yeah, no, not at all. Oh my god.
Also, well, he got it from a dragon scale. Like I said, Shield Hero was really interesting until it shit the bed with that, because he would grab monster items and they would unlock new abilities, and he would have to use new abilities very creatively. But it wasn't why did the dragon cause that to happen? It was very weird. It was very confusing. I didn't like it. But yeah, thank you to Jack K2 for this comment. I think Bleach was very tasty. Oh, okay, that's the joke. Got it. Funny. Let's see, where are we at? We're on 4 now.
What's this one?
This one is... fun fact, Japan, and several Japanese polls taken regarding the series revealed that the majority of its fan base is mainly adult women. They love it and even recommend it to others. It makes you wonder. Yeah, sometimes women like assault, assault content. Whoops. I misspoke. Women like sexual content.
Women like assault.
Women like assault. Women like sexual content.
Women like non-con is what you were after.
Yeah.
That's what you were after. And they do. It is the single most popular kink, I think, among most people.
Yeah.
Especially, and women, shockingly, like porn just as much as men do. If not more sometimes. I swear... 70% of my Daki customers are female.
Yeah.
And it's the people who buy all the sexy stuff are mostly girls. They're sometimes the way more... At
anime conventions, I work for a buddy of ours.
Yep.
He's called the Otaku Republic. I think I've worn his... Go get me the shirt. I've worn his shirt a few times, on stream. And he basically runs a hentai booth. That's his main thing at anime conventions, is he has, he buys 3 10x10 spaces, one, a little bit of it is him selling normal anime merch, and the rest is a giant hentai booth, and I promise you, about 70% of the customers in the hentai booth are women.
Yep. Women buy more porn than men do.
I wear this shirt when I work for him. He sells this shirt on his website. It's
Have you ever done Inuyasha before?
I watched Inuyasha when I was
grew
younger.
up on Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Like it's long. The new series is not good at all.
I heard that as women like salt.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, women consume porn just as much as men. That's a very common misconception that people.
They'll consume the more fucked up shit. I guarantee.
The anime didn't get into the explanation. The other heroes got their sins. Bo got pride. Oh!
Interesting. Women do like spaghetti. They also like tentacles. A lot. Tentacles.
Jeremy, I will at first admit I didn't plan on actually watching this. The show just didn't seem like my cup of tea. But I'm glad I did. The video itself is well done and points at the end were incredibly well made. And it's good that it was said. I think I'll give the show an actual watch, even if I do skip a couple more of the gratuitous scenes. That's the thing. Again, I don't recommend watching it. Like, it's a good show if you're into this at all. And I will say that it was hard for me to watch as an anime because I don't really like women getting violence on them. I will watch a non-con scene.
Uh-huh.
I do enjoy that, but I don't like the finger breaking scene. Nah, that was immediate shut off. I did not like that.
It's not titillating. It's cathartic. It's not there to be like the sexy scenes are there to be somewhat titillating and sexual.
Well,
but the scenes that are there purely to exact revenge on those that have done harm is purely there to exact revenge in a horrific way on those who have done harm. I've not been more horrified since I've read Berserk, and I really
Yeah.
And why does the Berserk argument never come up? Like everyone's like, oh, redo is so terrifying, blah blah. Is it because Guts goes against the things, but like there's still like tons of horrible acts, probably even worse in Berserk than what's in Redo. But nobody ever said, oh well, that shouldn't exist.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're gonna consume Redo, I suggest the manga. Also, the manga does some sex scenes really hot. Just it do.
You were so
Although the anime shows nipples and the manga doesn't, which is really funny. So that's a thing.
Redo is either a show you need or hate. There's not much in between.
I mean, I didn't need Redo to exist. I'm just glad it does. I'm glad it exists for you too.
So that's the thing. Like, I'm the type of person who would absolutely read some of these like horrific kind of like it feels like to me the way I would describe it is an old fanfic.net like fanfic brought to the small screen. Like it's just animated catharsis. Which, it's the kind of shit that you see in all kinds of fanfic circles, like, all the time. People, especially teenagers and kids who, like, feel, who are in their angsty teen phases. Like, this is the kind of shit they thrive on. Like, it just is. You know.
I don't recommend any teenager to watch it. But,
but what I'm saying is this is the kind of written content that a lot of angsty teens would absolutely eat up. Like, it's not that... Like, I remember being 14 and, sneakily writing around the adult bits. Like, oh, the mattress got destroyed, ha ha ha, type shit. Like, you did that when you were 14, and it's all you knew. But it's still the same kind of idea that you want to get these points across. But now we have a sphere where we can show, like, with an adult setting, and actually write it as an adult. And it's the same concept, but you don't really ever, if you needed that stuff as a teenager, you don't really grow out of that phase so much as you learn to cope with it better, right? But it's still, you want to see it, and it does help, like, with certain feelings, to like, the coping mechanisms and stuff. Yeah.
If you were writing your own F-up strip of Redo, how far would you go? See, I don't enjoy that sort of, like, I don't enjoy writing about that. Like I said, I don't like violence against women most of the time. Like, if I were to do it, I would write a hentai if I was going to do it. I wouldn't get that fucked. It would basically, Kira Inu? I would do a Kira Inu.
I have actually written stories of my own where I have described in depth about how to flay the skin off of people's arms and strips. So, that would be where I would be, because I know I'm familiar with like the tendons and how to break bones in specific ways, and which would be the most horrifying ways to do that. So that's what you could have expected of me. It would be ground bones and pins and under nails and things.
Yeah. Well,
like the fingernail ripping scene from Higurashi type shit more is what I like. So,
you're a little fucked.
You remember my Inquisitor healer?
Yeah.
The one I couldn't play because you didn't think anybody at the table could handle her?
I doesn't chaos doesn't like violence against women, but kills Jane multiple times. Okay, that's kind of a running joke with us. I kill her in literally every campaign we do, mostly because I know she can handle it.
Yeah.
Everyone else takes it personally when I kill them.
Yeah.
But for me and Alex, it's just kind of like, oh, that was funny. Is it just me or is that hot? Stuart Red Hunt? Yeah, no. Okay. Video that's coming out this year. Unironically, it's called
I legitimately read that. I'm glad you would, because that's going to be some of my comics that come out later. The worldview is going to get real fucked up, man. I'm just telling you.
So,
right now.
There's a video coming out this year called What Can We Learn from H Games? And H Games specifically really fascinate me because, and I'm serious, like academically speaking, H Games are fascinating. They really are. I used to teach game design when I was a teacher, and H Games got really, really interesting for me because it's very difficult to make a very good H game because essentially, God, I'm going to have to be very fast, but essentially there's 3 C's in game design. Like, why do we play games? Community, competency, and control. Community, multiplayer games. Competency, rhythm games. Control, Skyrim, RPGs. You're in control. With H Games, there's a 4th C, and everyone knows what that is.
Yeah.
There's a 4th C you need to take into account. Not only do you need to make a good game, it needs to be compelling to at least a certain niche of people. Rants, I've not played it yet, but I understand that's very good. Hentai games.
You've been asking for it, right?
Yeah. People have been asking for rants. In fact, I made a thumbnail about it, but the thing is, it wasn't very fun to watch the hentai and write a video around it. Will you be bringing up Kadowa Shoujo? Absolutely.
Kadowa Shoujo is one of the best freaking H games that has ever existed.
Yeah.
And it's free!
And it's free. It's very good. It's very well written. But I wouldn't even consider that a game. It's a visual novel. It's a much different experience.
Oh, I mean, okay, that's true.
So, an H game I would consider Evenical. Evenical is a very good H game because...
my favorite... Well, I guess I play visual novels.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, I guess right.
Yeah, it's different. Evenical is a game first and a hentai second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getsurang!
Yeah, but they get H games. I play all visual novels, but H visual novel.
Yeah.
But my favorite is No Thank You.
Yeah.
By far.
I liked Evenical a lot. Honey Pop is very good too. Yeah. Honey Pop is different though. Honey Pop is a puzzle game that put porn in it and made it funny, and people like Honey Pop because it's funny. Like they kind of.
So okay, I actually hate playing Honey Pop because I can't figure out what the fuck these girls want, and it drives me crazy because I do not. You understood them, like you kind of like you could play it and you could see like their social it's leading me to this, and I'm like, I'm getting nothing.
Okay, so Honey Pop 1 is fine as a dating sim. Yeah. Honey Pop 2 was a shitty dating sim because the author was purposely misdirectful. He wanted to subvert expectations. But Honey Pop 2 is an excellent H game and puzzle game. It's so good. Like, I could talk for hours on one because if you can't tell, threesomes fascinate me because Honey Pop 2 is a threesome game. And it's very good in that way. I'll talk about it more in that video. Yeah.
Okay. Kadowa Shoujo rubbed me the wrong way most just made me depressed. Oh, but that's...
Yeah,
Oh, but that's what made it so good!
Yeah, Honey Pop 2 is very good. I could talk about that game for hours, but I will, so I need to get off the topic.
Yeah. Colorado Show is just one of my favorites, but No Game No Life. No Game No Life is fucking amazing, and nobody can ever convince me otherwise. It is, hands down, one of the best written animes I've ever seen.
Could not get into Match H3 games. Like I said, Honey Pop 1, not a great game. Good dating sim. Honey Pop 2, excellent game, excellent concept. Shitty dating sim.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Honey Pop 2 it pisses me off in a lot of ways, but I also love it. This comment right here, this one also made me tear up. This is just a very...
That's the guy who did the Twitter post.
That's the guy who... No, it was not.
Really?
No, this person...
Oh.
This is the person who told me they went to therapy. And they're working on therapy, and Redo helped them. So...
Will Corruption of Champions be in that video?
Yes, it will. Yes, Corruption of Champions will be in that video. I did not like Corruption of Champions 2. Corruption of Champions 1, I still find myself going back to, though. Will there be a video on that? No Game, No Life? Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to do that one.
Yeah.
Higurashi is one of Alex's favorites. Yes.
Yes, it is. I'm so fucking excited for the next season of Higurashi Gao. Like that. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but oh my god, the continuing story has got me very hype. Higurashi is gonna be a next series of Pillow Plush I actually do.
050, basically another wonderful touching comment. Thank you very much.
Oh man, everybody was so sweet with this one.
Everyone was. I like their final line. Thanks from a person born in the wrong class.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Wonderful comment. Thank you. 050. Thank you very much.
Honestly, if you like Higurashi, Umineko is also just as good, and it has the amazing witch Beatrice, which.
This comment was theorizing about how his powers work. Apparently, in the visual novel, his healing powers are more like time travel. That's why it worked. So, not the visual novel, the light novel.
Right.
That makes sense. I always suspected it was something closer to Full Metal Alchemist healing, where you recomposition somebody, which is why he kind of goes in pain. But the time travel thing makes sense.
Seriously, need to pee. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
I don't know BoJack. What anime hasn't received a second season that you would give one to? Probably No Game, No Life, if I'm being honest. I really liked that one. So, this one's really good. His powers were better explained in the anime, or not the anime, excuse me, the manga. Also, if you don't like Redo of Healer because his powers are stupid, I totally understand. Because you're right, his powers are fucking stupid, and they're not well explained in the anime. Let's see. Blue Red Lover. Let's see. Okay, this was a great comment because it talks about, this is one of the few anime that really addresses men's issues. Abusive men don't get talked about a lot. Abusive men don't get...
Sorry, we had a question?
Yeah, this one was, if any anime could get a season 2, what would it be?
Okay, so for the longest time it was Devil was a Part-Timer, but then we got season 2. I would like to see... No Game, No Life is iffy for me, because I feel like it's kind of perfect the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Princess Jellyfish.
Really?
It ended on a cliffhanger!
That's... okay. So this one here, this is the guy who pointed out that hardly anyone talks about abusive men, specifically sexual abuse of men.
Yeah, no.
And
it still is a serious problem. Men's shelters are not a thing.
You know, it's a very good point. I would have brought it up, but the video was already it was a 27-minute video.
Yeah.
I actually cut out 2 minutes of comments in almost every video I edit. That's why the videos I edit turn out so much tighter.
I mean, they're talked about, but it's not the same. I mean, there's plenty of documentaries and stuff right now that are going on. Like, I've legit have seen firsthand accounts of men trying to call shelters and being laughed out.
Yeah. It's
a real issue.
And it's not it's not talked about in
a healthy way.
Not it needs work.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to talk about this point because I don't have anything to back me up right now. But
it's too in depth. It's too detailed, and there's so much going on with it. It's more than just talking about it. It's talking about it and actually having actions that go like the men's rights activists like sections are so minuscule, so absolutely. It's bad.
Yeah. I already did this one. Did I mess up? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in the wrong line. Okay, that's 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're on 10 now. Okay, sorry. This episode was amazing. I myself are one of the people who would fall into the utter dislike hate. Not that I dislike the people. I don't like the show.
Yeah.
That's fine. Someone who gained his power and he used it in such an evil way. Yeah, honestly, again, I'm not defending Kaeruga. I'm defending fans of Kaeruga.
Yeah.
That's really what my point is. You don't have to like the show. There are points where I don't like the show.
Yeah.
And you don't have that's fine. It's really fine.
I would
I'm gonna
pass on that.
I'm gonna pass for now.
Just because
I just wanted to address it. Let's see. Okay, this guy I think got me. Here's the thing with Redo of Healer, it's abundantly clear to me that you like the show for the complexity, the psychology of the characters, and not because of the abundance of fan service, which should be taken into consideration. You do not approve of the method Kaeruga takes his vengeance. You only enjoy seeing the motivation and emotions, no more, no less. Your interest is within the characters on a psychological level, whereas most people assume that watching the anime, you are an enjoyer of the non-con partying that goes down or the twisted and perverted fantasies that the show represents, which is simply not the case with several people. All in all, I am looking at this video at face value, a deconstruction of what you see in the character of Kaeruga and those who is perverted payback effects. In the end, as you discuss how you think of Kaeruga as a fundamentally broken and traumatized man who lashes out on in
a healthy manner because he doesn't know how else to deal with it. Yeah.
Nor does he have anyone who will truly and willingly help him through that. And for that, this video has my applause. This guy said it.
Yeah, no, that is exactly what it is. It's just a psycho. The show is not about applauding Kaeruga. It's just a psych show. It's just a big giant fun analysis on what happens when we break a character in a terrible world.
Also,
this is what is enjoy what it.
I will say I do enjoy the threesomes. I'm sorry. I like threesomes.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're really good. They're really well done, and the scenes, you can watch the scenes completely out of context, and they're perfectly suitable porn scenes.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it is. But as far as but I gotta say again, my favorite parts of the show are the revenge bits and the violence. I guess my favorite episode is always episode 9. Just brutal. Absolutely brutal and savage, and I want more.
Yeah, I think I bring it up in another comment later. Specifically for me and my tastes.
Yeah.
I don't like most sex scenes in movies or anything. Because most of the time they're boring and kind of awkward and cringy and ew, just fade to black, guys. I don't need to see this.
Yeah.
But
threesomes are pretty good.
Threesomes are inherently interesting because threesomes are inherently interesting because there is a third party who plays off of the other two. And one of the reasons why Honey Pop 2 is so good is because it kind of gets it. In Honey Pop 2 specifically, one girl can carry the whole thing. The horny Muslim girl.
That was sad.
She arguably is one of the best threesome partners because you don't have to work on the other one when she's there. She carries the date for you. So yeah. Have you heard of World's Greatest Assassin? Yes.
We want to watch it.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
Yep.
No sexing can top that guy.
Thank you, Black Samurai. Thank you. So yeah. So this one right here, this is Riku. Let's be perfectly honest. Those who have wronged all the thoughts that you would do to your wrongdoers if you didn't have repercussions. Basically, if you had the opportunity, would you do what Kay Aruga's doing?
Are you asking me directly?
I don't think I want to know the answer, and
No,
I
you don't.
I don't think we should say it on stream.
No, probably not.
Because I think I know your answer.
Yeah.
Better question. If you had a death note, would you use it? Because that's essentially what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would not be nice about it.
Damn.
I've had dreams.
My
Legit.
girl, you therapy.
Yeah, no, I was in therapy very, very severely for 2.5 years. And do you have the comment where the guy called me? Okay,
I'm getting to it.
Okay, good.
Which one's this one? Hold on, let me check which comment this is specifically.
Ugh.
This one is 12.
Question for the birthday guy.
So.
If she's comfortable answering, I am. I'm comfortable with everything. Since you like threesomes with two anime characters, you want to have a threesome with. Oh, each of us? You pick one and I pick one.
So if we were together with an anime person.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone? I want to say Rin Tosaka, but it's probably Nessa now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, not only that, Rin Tosaka is canonically bi.
That's a big.
And she discovered she was bi in a threesome, much like.
Note to self, don't piss off Alex. No, you have to you have to work really hard to get in my bad side. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Who's yours?
Yes.
Is it Milo?
No.
Okay.
It would actually have to be. I mean.
You've got so many damaged husbandos. I don't know anymore.
Well, probably Rem.
Oh, right. Rem, absolutely. Yeah, no.
Rem, honey.
We kind of had that, so.
Yeah, no, and honestly, if I had to go for a guy, it'd be Russia.
Okay.
I wanted to sleep with Russians since I was 12.
God. It's very much noted. Most non-monogamous relationships aren't done well because people look into it as a fetish more than the analytical. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, Rin is canonically bisexual. She discovered she was bisexual while in a threesome.
Hey, me too! Can't relate! Is it Christoph? Christoph would be a close second at this point. He is
you feel bad for him.
Well, he deserves better, the poor man.
Let's see. I still find it odd that the fan base is surprisingly female. And then you actually got in on this one.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Let's see. Rem is in ReZero Rem?
You have absolutely not seen my case of figures, have you?
Go to the Discord. She can post it later.
I will.
This girl is obsessed with Rem. Rin Tosaka. Rin Tosaka is
Fate Rin, yeah.
Fate from Fate Stay Night. This one, you got in on this one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the fan base of the series is primarily female, but also not surprised. I hate the character, but I love the concept, and of course, he isn't meant to be likable. It's a revenge fantasy. And then you pointed out, I think it actually makes a lot of sense. There's generally a much higher ratio of sexual abuse victims in females, and so it's almost relatable just by subject matter.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, what?
That's funny. Yeah, no, that's what my point is. Like, obviously now we know male abuse is on the rise in this day and age, but so far right now, all the adult ratio of females is still that. Though I feel like that's gonna change here in the next 10 years with all the freaking problems.
We're approaching. We do not want to get into this right now.
No, I know, but I'm just. Oh man, I've read too many articles.
More nice comments. I just want to point out more. There were so many nice comments.
Yeah.
Your closing monologue made me cry. Thank you. I like the series.
Pain and suffering make people cruel and cold. Your inclusion is spot on. Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
It do.
This show is disgusting, and it takes balls to tell you like something disgusting. I don't care if you like it or not, but I will say you deserve respect. 2 chaotic good dings and a nat 20 video for you.
That's fantastic. I love that.
I never thought you would cover the show. Colored me surprised. I said honestly, I'm surprised I hit publish. Like, Alex was with me in the room as I'm sitting at the YouTube screen.
And I'm sitting there just waiting for it to go up so I can put it on repeat, because I watched it like 5 times. So I was like, Karuga, go! I was so excited. I had never hawked a comment section as much as I hawked this one. I loved it.
Yeah. Family time wrapped up. Yeah, congratulations. You entered the redo of Healer discussion.
Yeah, male base has always been around, but like, and I'm just saying the modern era, right?
We don't talk about it.
It's been overlooked. Yeah, that was our point.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
We're going to the comments and read a video. Thank you, man.
Sees Nagatoro. Oh shit, here we go again. He clicks it anyway. Honestly, I figured he'd be chaotic or neutral evil. I mean, he doesn't start there, but no. He's evil, and I'm not defending it, guys. Like, please get that in mind. And I don't relate to Kyoruga. Yeah. Yep. Oh, here's a married person.
Oh, 1 second. Alex made us drop those Valiant comics. It'll be the Worldview comic, the one I upload on my DeviantArt and stuff. But right now it's gonna be a slow build, but there's some pretty fucked up shit going on in just the prequel story we're doing right now. So my DeviantArt and shit. I laid upon it everywhere.
Bebel, redo isn't something I would watch. I don't like sexual content. That's fine, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, some people just can't watch sexual content, and that's fine. But it just means it's not made for you.
Yeah, that's fine. I respect it entirely. You are not required to watch it. You're not even required to give it a chance.
I would be upset if this show was something that everybody could watch.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
We actually, I got one of the naysayers in the final comments. Okay. I got the people who disagreed with me. Because I like people disagreeing with me sometimes. Just so you know, I wasn't threatening to when you used my comment. Oh, did you? Did I drop your comment in the video? I don't remember. If you did, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that, but yeah. I'm sorry.
I've always had I've had a DeviantArt account for like 10 years, man.
DeviantArt Elena Prana.
Yep. I'm literally Elena Prana everywhere, so. But yeah, no, Worldview is my original project, and it's gonna get kind of crazy, but we can only update on Saturdays. It is a collaboration effort between me and my other studio partner, Little Noko. But it will all be original characters, and I know it looks like a Undertale thing, but it's not. I promise. We just like to draw skeletons. So we added a couple of skeleton characters in.
I'm saving the toxicity for the end. I promise.
Yeah.
So let's go to 19.
Thank you for your interest. Please do read. I can't wait. They're all gonna be posting books and everything. So yay.
Let's see. Finally, this show gets respect.
Oh wow.
You nailed this one more than Kruga even nailed anyone.
Oh my god.
This guy's just gushing.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, it was just cute.
That's all means about the show, but I think it's not that bad. I just think it's interesting. We are more accepting of the anti-hero murders and tortures and anti-hero crime. Yeah, no, exactly. It's just interesting.
20. We're entering a toxic territory.
Dumb.
I'm sorry, but no, people do need to be shamed for liking redo of Healer. And someone responded, how about that? No, they don't. Take your wrong opinion. No, that was me. I said, explain to me why exactly they need to be shamed. And they responded, because the show is degenerate filth.
That's not an answer.
And I was like, you're not elaborating. You're not.
It's not an answer. That's an opinion. It's not an answer. Like there's no real reason. Like that's the whole point. There's no real reason that people need to feel bad about this.
Also, I might add, please do not go and flame anyone directly. This is not meant to be.
Obviously, the whole point of the video was to stop flaming to begin with. So
yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah, someone was like, "Did you see my comment?" I'm like, "Maybe."
We had over 1,000 comments on that one. So.
Yeah, I read every comment. I just didn't memorize each person who said it.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I probably did see your comment. I just didn't memorize it. Who is this one? Okay, this guy.
Oh, here it is.
This is your boy Jack. Okay, we had a disagreement in the comments. He eventually came to understand our point. Again, do not flame this guy, but. He seemed to fundamentally misunderstand what we were going for.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming a YouTube glitch.
Yeah,
Logan.
it happens sometimes.
What the fuck? How is rape only 2 evil dings and not instantly completely evil? Like the very deepest pits for yeah. So. Also, I'm creeped out by Alexandria's reaction and treatment of this. I'm just at a loss for words.
Yeah,
and I said, something tells me you didn't finish the video first. And he said, you're right. I still feel super uncomfortable after watching it. Catharsis is a thing, but I sincerely hope you don't think rape is ever justified. And yeah, he kind of just assumes, and he straight up asks me here, do you agree with me that rape, even in a rapist, is simply the worst crime? And it's like, buddy... this is kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is people are making broad assumptions about like my very serious thoughts when I'm just saying you're consuming a piece of media.
Yeah.
Even the people who like it for saying, I even admitted, like, I like threesomes and I like the occasional non-con scene.
Yeah.
It appealed to me. Like, it did. But, like, that's not why I like the show, you know? And then here comes Alex, and they argue for a bit. Do you want to cover this one?
Yeah, no, because, like, the thing is, they were really surprised that, like, I like this, but, like, I've always loved the dark and twisted anime. Like, here's the thing. I was explaining this to him, because with my other favorite shows before this was, like, Higurashi and Elfen Lied. Mm-hmm. Those are unequivocally my favorite shows to just revel in, especially Higurashi. And specifically the torture scenes in Higurashi. And, like, I've always loved that. I've always loved the twisted and dark and, you know, let's take this idea and push these humans to the absolute limit to where they break mentally and physically. Like, I'm all about that shit. So, like, the fact that this is just another form of that. This is actually the most, I think this is the furthest I've seen in animation ever, besides... Because Berserk didn't really even show.
Well, Berserk... Well, here the thing with Berserk is demons were doing the assault and not people.
Yeah, and...
Like,
and this,
Guts never assaulted anyone.
Yeah, no, and this is literally taking characters and showing the psychology along with it, which is what Higurashi does, too, which is why I like it so much. This channel is just the healthiest perspective when it comes to content creation. Well, it's what happens when you're
We're both content creators. So, yeah, I do.
Yeah, and, like, here's what really got me is this guy saying, does that not make your heart ache to see the thing that happens to 1 out of 5 women and only about 6% of the rapists will ever see a day of prison? So, fun fact about me, I was severely sexually abused when I was 6. And I went to court and was dragged to a very painful and traumatizing court session, and my guy got off with house arrest. So anybody making this assumption at me and being like, don't you feel sad about that? Fuck off and let me have my shit. Like, it's just literally trying to make me feel bad about something that I'm literally a part of. Like, just the pure assumption is just so painful. I feel the same way when people make like shit on comedians for making like child molestation jokes. Mm-hmm. Those are my favorite jokes. Like, am I not allowed to feel better about something that happened to me that's incredibly traumatizing and I will probably never fully get over? Like, that's my PTSD, by the way. That's exactly what it is. But those are my favorite jokes because they make me it makes it not so horrible. It makes it attainable. It's something that I can actually sit down and laugh at, and I can feel better about myself. Mm-hmm. Nobody is allowed to take that away from me. Ever. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, you're not allowed to take that away from people. You can't be on the outside and be like, rape joke bad, when you've never, fuck off. Mm-hmm. Just, I don't want to tell you that you can't have your opinion, but get the fuck out of my face.
Was that an attempt? Yeah, so it's
Elfen Lied is... Yeah, I know it is, but yeah. I gotta read this.
Yeah, I have no issue with... If you don't like it, don't watch it, obviously.
Yeah.
If if you like this and you're a bad person, that opinion needs to fuck off.
Yeah.
Because that's not an opinion. You're just wrong. I'm sorry. Dragon Star Fighter. Dragon Star may have came in late. Also, the rules of the redo of Healer Universe are not the same as D&D. Because personally, my favorite class, straight up, Paladins.
Yeah.
Paladins are my favorite class of all time. This is me talking about my 8-year-old boy. When I was a very young boy, I was raised in a Christian household. I wanted to be a reverend growing up.
Why do rapists rape 8-year-olds? Same sentence. If you rape an 18-year-old.
So.
Not wrong though.
So.
Nerd.
Anyway. So,
oh my god.
Paladins are my favorite class because growing up, I wanted to be a reverend. I wanted to be a paladin. I thought the Holy Knight shtick was the coolest thing ever. That self-sacrifice stuff, that's my favorite shit.
Yeah.
But now as a bitter, damaged adult, different damage than what she's gone through, obviously.
Oh, yeah, no.
Obviously.
I'm fucked.
Obviously. But I still respect the hell out of the paladin mentality, and it's still my favorite class. So, yeah. Anyway, that's kind of what it comes down to. Is this Jack?
Just taking the statistic and throwing it in the face of somebody who they think is just ha ha right funny, really really pisses me off. It really does. Don't make these assumptions. Don't get on your big white horse and say, oh, I'm. It's for the good of all. It's for the better. We shouldn't encourage this kind of thing to exist.
Many awful things have been done in the name of the greater good.
Yeah, no, Lucy. I love Lucy. Yeah.
Your point about a character getting his revenge and having everything but still being miserable is not as deep as you might think. Timothy just pointed that out.
He has everything he wanted, fucking miserable. Yeah, he is.
I like the concept. And the thing is, she's right too. This Lilith lady, she's absolutely correct. The idea that a revenge person is still miserable even after getting revenge, it's not a fresh concept. It's very well. It's been done before. It's probably been done better, but and they were right to call it out. It's not particularly deep, but I do think that it's not right to take it away from people who still appreciate what's happening, and it's still the fact that the show went out of its way to still show this. Yeah. He's still miserable even though he's getting everything he wants. That's still important to show. The next comment.
Somebody's bringing up I Love Lucy.
Yeah. I could
go on forever about Lucille Ball, but I won't. Yeah.
So I think that's really what it comes down to. And she also makes the point, it's an unsavory story, and regardless of how you paragon and what you believe, its intended message that the main message is giving off, intentionally not, as a rape power fantasy. It isn't uncommon for unstable young men to latch into characters like him and fantasize being him, completely missing the point of the character. Yeah, you're right, but also people will see Sasuke and think that's a good role model too. Yeah. Do I think Sasuke doesn't deserve to exist? Arguably, but that's just because I think he's badly written.
Yeah.
No. It's fine. And he's not and Sasuke is important to some people. And the next comment comes in here too. I'm actually going to skip ahead because I'm going to skip this thread because honestly I think my point is going to be made better in the next one.
Yeah.
This person here, I'm not going to read their entire comment.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's very well argumented. But they said that they study psychology, and they say people who revel in this obviously do not end up healthier, in the sense that if you consume only this sort of media, it's worse for you. And my response is kind of no shit. But at any point in your mental health journey that takes you into the step of a healthy direction is a good step.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it comes down to, because I had to study psychology too as a teacher. And I've been to therapy too. I've watched her in therapy.
Yeah, he's been, yeah.
Every step into a positive mental health direction is a positive step, because even missteps, even like, because I'm dieting, I lost 80 pounds over the course of the last couple of years. Even missteps are useful. Even mistakes are good. And if this show is a step in the right direction for you, good. If it's a step in the wrong direction, figure out why it's a step in the wrong direction and then take it into a different way. So even missteps are good. And that's kind of what I don't like about this person's comment, or at least don't agree with it. Because they are correct in certain ways that if you revel in this sort of thing constantly, it can be destructive.
Yeah, because you're just going to go down like a total spiral about it. But again, like I said, this is the kind of stuff that I would read all the time as a teenager when I was still very obviously not coping with what I had.
Yeah, Justin even notes here, obviously, if you only watch rape media, you'll be a worse person. Next, you're going to say if you watch only racist media, you're going to be racist.
Oh, yeah, no.
A little
yeah,
bit. Yeah, that's how it works.
Like, that's how you're influenced. But, like, if you're, exposed to this stuff and it makes you recognize it's making you feel something, too.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that I did, is I was reading and kind of reveling in this shit as a teenager, but every teenager is not going to admit that they're going to have a problem, or they're not going to recognize that they have a problem.
Stuart's been getting those gains. Thank you.
Yeah, he absolutely is. But, like, they don't understand that, you don't even recognize that you're having a problem, but you understand that you're getting a reaction out of this shit. Mm-hmm. And you have to kind of, like, realize what that reaction is and understand how it is you're feeling, and as your brain develops and starts to understand what's actually happening, then you can recognize, oh, well, now I'm miserable and now I have a problem and now I need to get better. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened with, what happened to me a little bit different. I was trying to get better and then I triggered myself, took about 10 steps backwards, and that's when I was, okay, I'm not functional. Time for hard therapy.
Yeah. Lilith's comment here too actually rubbed me the wrong way, where he said unstable young men will latch onto it. First of all, like that's also very sexist in itself.
Yeah.
In the sense that this show shouldn't exist because mentally unhealthy men will take it wrong. Excuse you.
Yeah.
Like that's anything. By that, like, even MatPat is very woke, actually.
Yeah.
MatPat has pointed out that the news, as in like news media itself, has caused more violence than any show or any programming, any work of fiction ever has.
It has, and it's awful. Like this is literally the thing that all the Puritans, because there's an entire generation of Puritans and antis nowadays where things just shouldn't exist because it's gonna blah blah blah. Like it's absolutely fascinating and kind of horrifying and dangerous to I do not like this new mentality that's coming out of the woodwork. And oh frick, what was my point?
Basically, internet Puritans are... I don't even know what your point was.
No, I had a point. Like, I was going to point out the Puritans to, like, do something, but, like, it all goes back to the video games cause violence.
It really does.
This is just the video games cause violence argument all over again, and it's terrible. Yeah, he is. Yeah,
MatPat was really woke, but even he acknowledges that many things like that... and that's the thing too. Like I respect. Like despite I dunk on MatPat all the time, but I respect the fuck out of MatPat.
No, I do too. Like I don't agree with him on everything, but he does his best. He's very solid.
And if you looked at some of his videos lately, he dropped some red pill shit, like talking about genetics and how it affects a lot of different things.
He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
He recognizes that the science can't be ignored just because you might think one way or because it's. That's the problem with all this like Puritan shit is it's always agenda first, science later, and facts and that's all it is. Literally, I do not understand. Yes, I think truly racist piece of media needs to be made just to teach people perspectives. I watch films from 30 so I can reckon. Oh my god,
Nuke Assassin, thank you for the 20.
Thank you.
Much thank you. Yeah, so like it.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, that too. Alan, yeah, thank you, Alan.
Sometimes
Sometimes
I Love Lucy a lot, and obviously they're gonna have really bad, depictions of certain things, or like, old Disney, hey Dumbo, that opening song isn't all that kosher anymore, but
and then back then that that wasn't necessarily racist. It was just odd,
Yeah.
Like, it's it's very frustrating in that regard. And then someone said, now this is a point I kind of agreed with a little bit because he's sort of got a point. This is Brandon. He basically says that all of his behavior, if we keep making media like this, is going to normalize some of it. You are correct. Sorta. Brandon.
I remember reading this one and getting actually pissed at it.
Yeah. So like, essentially, when you are constantly exposed to certain media, it does normalize certain things. That's basically what the LGBT agenda is in those shows when they introduce lesbian and gay characters like that. It is to normalize it. That is the purpose of it. And it's to make us more accepting most of the time. Oftentimes it's misfired because, again, they're putting their message first and their character second.
Yeah, okay. I just have to say, I absolutely despise the normalization argument as a whole. I understand why people bring it up because it is technically true, but at the same time, these themes and this kind of content in media has literally existed since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Like, it really...
Someone is questioning Loganing. When you say red pill, what do you mean by that? I get it's a reference, but what does it mean? Okay, red pill. In a very short answer, it's not entirely accurate. It's basically taking reality at face value. So, for example, just a quick example, a red-pilled response to why aren't girls interested in, like, do looks matter in dating and sex? The polite answer is no, they don't matter. The correct answer is, of course they matter. That's what red pill means.
Yeah. Because no matter what you, how nice you can be to somebody, you personally are always going to have an actual attraction to certain features and things. Well, which is, you know what? No, I can't. I don't have time for. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look at Muffin.
Yeah. So it's that's what red pill that's what the healthy dose of red pill means. When you get into there are very unhealthy doses of red pill, but I'm not going to dive into them.
Yeah.
Yeah, red pill is the unpleasant truth, blue pill is the beautiful lie.
See, I don't understand. See, I can't even comprehend blue pill stuff. I'm like, just take the red pill, man. Just do it.
We're gonna be winding down soon. Kevin is next, and we're just gonna laugh at all the comments. That's it.
Yeah. True feminism says everybody should be treated the same, but our modern media and marginalized groups matter more than none. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why I can't stand modern feminism. I really can't.
Yeah. So, this one, I just found this hilarious, and I wanted to add it. Next week's video is what D&D alignment is Tensei Mizat, from Bible Black, from Interspecies Reviewers.
I fear for your editor.
I thought it was funny. I actually think I will do them in the future. To be honest, I kind of want to do a Bible Black character, because...
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
Black is interesting.
Yeah.
Red pill until you go nihilistic and black pill. I mean, you can be nihilistic and still... Oh my god!
Hey, Corinne! Thank you. Megami, thank you. Also, technically Megami is senpai, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Incels are black pill. I don't know. Like, that sounds pretty... I don't know.
Okay. Incels are a completely different argument. And I'm not prepared to talk about them.
No, but I mean, I don't know. You can be a nihilist while still. What's the step above nihilist? What am I? What is it?
There is an optimistic nihilism.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right. Because I know I'm nihilistic. I know I am. But it's weird.
You came at the right time, Megami. We just finished redo, and now we're moving on to Kevin. This is our last video that we're talking about for the night. So, yeah.
Hot feminist is often extremely sexist because your race is feminine. Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about.
Who's my favorite YouTuber, honey? The girl.
Oh, Shoe on Head.
Yeah.
Well, it helps that you want to bang her.
I would. I know she's never gonna know that, but...
Listen, she might be down. Apparently she's into fat, ugly old guys, so I have a chance.
Yeah, right. Oh my god. Good night. Existentialism, yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. I'm packing and heading home. Have fun, Megami. Okay, so first comment I want to point out. People seem to think I saw Tim Curry first in Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I understand why you think that. Because I came off in a lot of earlier videos as chaotic horny. No, in truth, my first Tim Curry experience was Muppet Treasure Island.
I have a question. When did you see Muppet Treasure Island?
When I was very little.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I was remembering one of our first nights together. We saw Rocky Horror Picture Show at that big giant sleepover with...
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, I'm remembering.
An unpleasant lie, yeah. So that, I just wanted to point that out. Silco lost to Kevin McAllister. I love democracy. To be honest, Kevin was much more fun to do. I'm glad Kevin won.
We had so much fun watching those movies again. So, like, okay, I gotta tell this now because we watched the first one and we're like, oh yeah, it's really fun and good and like it's a good movie. And then we kind of like giggling a little bit through the home invasion part, like, oh yeah, it's funny jokes. And then we were like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see them all done again in the second movie. And then the second movie, the home invasion part came in. And we about died laughing.
Were we drunk
no,
watching that? We were sober?
We were sober, and we were on our asses laughing hysterically. It was so cartoony every time. And we were like, I forgot the second movie's way funnier.
My friend tonight, most women are spaghetti. They're straight and rigid until it gets steamy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that's an old joke, and I approve.
The Clue movies really.
What it would say about me if I met Tim Curry in person before I saw him in anything.
Holy
lucky
shit,
you?
Yeah.
You're a lucky person? I once respected Legal Eagle. I cannot elaborate without referencing a ton of other occupation channel. Honestly, get in Discord. I am fascinated by what you have to say.
Wait,
Message
what?
me in Discord.
Who the hell is Legal Eagle?
Legal Eagle is a video that's been recommended to me a lot during the making of or after this video got dropped. Apparently he talks about the home invasion scenes and all kinds of stuff.
Ooh,
yeah, it was very interesting, like the legality of what Kevin did. Technically, Kevin broke a lot of laws, but he also pointed out no jury would convict him. Like,
it's a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell message me on Discord in the Hey Stuart chat. I want to hear what you have to say. Let's see. I can't believe Kevin didn't start at Chaotic Evil. Everyone knows that kids are inherently evil. True. That's kind of true, actually. They're by nature, that's what they are. Because they rely on you for everything, and they don't understand empathy.
No, they don't.
Children just don't understand empathy. It's just how it is.
I've seen a couple exceptions. Our niece is a massive exception.
There is a link in the description of this stream.
Yeah.
You can find it there. But yeah. Absolutely. Message me. I'm very interested in what you have to say.
Can't say a movie I first loved watching movies on before.
As a professional former child, I can confirm we are evil. Yes. Have you seen Corridor Crew's R-rated version of Home Alone? That's funny. I have not seen that, but that's funny.
Oh my god, that sounds hilarious.
I love seeing the origins of Jigsaw. Surprise, it's a Christmas movie. I have to do Jigsaw in the future.
Okay, so I've actually wanted to watch the Saw movies for forever because Noko says they're freaking hilarious.
Okay. I think that's on the docket.
Well, we would have to either buy them off YouTube or do a Hulu thing because I can't, no.
We'll get the movies.
Right.
We have a budget for movies, and
okay.
we'll pretty much max it out this year. Let's see. I kind of feel bad for Kevin at the beginning of the movie because it's kind of unfair how the majority of his family treat him, only to be and then someone pointed out the plight of the youngest child.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the thing is, you watch it and you're like, yeah, his big brother bullies him, obviously on purpose, and the parents don't really do anything about it, and it's not...
That's your cat.
That's Frosty. Here, Frosty. You jealous boy.
This comment was basically everyone in chat debating what kind of class Kevin McAllister would be.
Yeah.
Those are fun. People are saying it's Mastermind Rogue. I don't play 5th edition, so I'm going to take your word on it. My game's Pathfinder. So, Pathfinder and PTU, obviously. Let's see. Oh, this comment legitimately made me laugh, like, for a solid 3 minutes. Honestly, the burglars were basically a party of two adventurers who don't know how the sunk cost fallacy works. Originally, it was an idea the DM had to have two players on a heist, one shot, and the other was defending the heist. Kevin pulled no punches when the DM gave him a list of items he could found, and he found a use for everything. Peyton, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. This comment, pure gold. J-Hart, thank you for this comment. Wonderful comment. This one, Drill to the Heavens. Man, Home Alone is one of the greatest prequels ever. I love watching the childhood backstory of the Saw films. Great comment. I love it. I just found it really fun. This is from Magius. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how I expected it to play out. As silly as the premise is, Kevin is definitely what I think of when I think chaotic neutral. He's not out to help anyone but himself, but he's generally not out to hurt anyone either. Yeah, so, yep, good comment. Yeah. Where's my Home Alone D&D run? I think we should do that sometime.
Oh,
Someone said his D&D name would be Kobold McAllister.
Oh, yeah.
You pleading with Kevin to stop throwing the bricks to call an ambulance as he keeps throwing bricks was hilarious. One of the best jokes I heard in the season.
Yeah, no, that was really funny.
Thank you. Okay, I was genuine. Like, when we were
watching it, we were like, oh yeah, the brick thing. And then we were watching it, we're like, oh god, the brick thing.
And I even talked to her about that joke as the bricks were being thrown. It's gonna ding chaotic good at first and then chaotic neutral, then chaotic evil.
Frosty's being a little bitch.
And yeah, so that joke was made on the spot while we were watching the movies, and I was worried that it would come off as cringy because I can't act. I am not an actor. I've got an awkward voice, so I'm glad people like that joke, and a lot of people like that joke. I got a lot of comments like that.
It was really funny.
Next one. That's easily the hardest I ever laughed. Thank you.
We should do more like that, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. Kevin was a fun video.
Kevin will be an artificer.
I would think so too.
The YouTube video, the short of him grown up, it was funny.
Oh, this one, anime fan. Anime fan! I can't believe Kane from Explorers of the Heart showed up at the end of the Lost in New York and unalived Kevin McAllister. I can't believe he...
Real Doctors React. No, I have not. But that would be great. I've seen Real Doctors react to Cells at Work, one of my favorite shows right now, but...
Anime fan, another $5. Brick throwing pleading had me laughing so hard my throat got scratched up for the rest of the night. Thank you. What's the name of this cat? That's Frosty.
This is Frosty, and he's being very annoying because he wants pets, but he's acting like he doesn't, so I can stay away from him.
Nuzlocke, shut the fuck up.
Frosty, stop being... You want held, I know you do. Stop trying to swim away. You're just going to get mad at me later.
Comment 12. Oh, this is me in that Nat 1 scene. This is a legit point. I do wish I could take it back. When the parents are like, we never forget our luggage, and then laugh as the security guard looks uncomfortable. That was the point of the scene. You're right.
Yeah,
I just didn't like what the parents were doing. Even though I kind of understood it. I
would have done the same thing. You would have too.
A little bit, but no. If it was Kevin, yes. If it was Joe, maybe I was projecting too much Jojo.
I think you were.
I think I was projecting Jojo.
Frosty, you're being a little meanie.
That might be it. Yeah, so that was an unfair Nat 1 scene, and I will admit it.
Yeah, because I even got on you about that one.
No, you're right. I was projecting too hard.
Come here, muffin.
So, fully will admit that. This guy. Okay, so this guy, Dragons... Again, please don't harass anybody. This guy, all of your alignment metrics are off because you are counting something that you shouldn't. If you are counting each decision with a numeric value, the neutral should be 0. So if you are making each decision... So basically, like, he doesn't agree with how I'm doing alignment.
2 cats.
That's fine. He even commented that, like, true lawful decisions shouldn't move them towards anything. Like, true lawful should be just a left move, and not anything. And I'm saying, no, true lawful is lawful neutral. So,
yeah, it is.
like... Oh, shit! There he is! There he is in chat!
Oh,
yeah.
I'm too hard on you with this. Thank you.
No, it's fine. Hi, Dragonstar. Hello! So yeah, it's fine if you disagree with me. I don't mind. It's I never mind discussion. Really, I don't. Bro, you're okay. Hold on, I'm gonna type that out. Bro, you're fine.
So I like this comment too. Cells at work makes me feel stupid.
Bro, no, I'm rarely mad at comments. Even comments who have vehemently disagree with me. This is mostly just proving my point. So like, you're not the first person to suggest this either. So a lot of people don't like it when I ding lawful neutral, and let's say if someone is good and neutral's down here, they don't like it when I bring them towards neutral. But my argument is, if you are a person who is just, they make nothing but lawful, let's say within a year, you make 1,000 lawful neutral decisions, and then you make one lawful good decision, you're lawful neutral. That's just kind of how you are. So yeah, I disagree. So you're not the first person to say this. I just pointed you out because you just happened to comment in Kevin. So yeah, everyone hug Dragonstar. He's fine. Don't get mad at him.
I think my cats are building.
You're allowed to disagree with me. It's fine.
Honey.
Huh?
I think my cats are getting their winter coat.
Oh my god.
This is very full of cat hair now.
And his comment wasn't stupid either. It was very informed. It's just he disagreed with me. It's fine.
I flame belligerent stupidity. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Bro, you're good.
And the guy who's like, people should be shamed for liking this.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't that guy. You did Hellboy. I was happy. Oh, thank you. Hellboy's a fun movie. It's fine. Chill. Sonic Mega Fan. Dude, for an 8 to 10-year-old, Kevin's a freaking monster. Many experts have looked up. They should have died multiple times. So yeah, this is just another one of those comments. I just thought it was fun. So yeah. Yeah, Dragonstar. Yeah. Sorry, chat is about a minute behind. I spoke this 1 minute in your future. I think. So yeah, you guys are good. That's why I type in chat once in a while too, and that's why I leave chat in the video. That way you can see how far it is behind. Yeah. So we're on 14. Let's go to 15. This kid is not a menace. Kevin Kid is not a menace. As I work with Lassie Spider-Man. There were a lot of J. Jonah Jameson comments in this video. I'm just going to give this one as a representation of all of them. Dragonstar, getting mad at me is fine. Flame me. I'm living in Baltimore. I'm about to get 11 inches of snow. I need the warmth.
Oh my god.
Best of luck, friend.
It does sound awful, though.
Yeah, sure does. 16. Fun fact, Kevin McAllister breaks the Geneva Convention several times during the movie. I would almost certainly be in prison until he's at least 70. That sounds wrong, but I don't know enough about the Geneva Convention to challenge that.
Not a clue.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Rango? Haven't seen it.
Right? Oh, Jojo likes it, though.
I still say a Wet Sticky Bandit should have been the Meatery Raid group name. You're right. Missed opportunity, but I wasn't watching Home Alone at the time. Kevin is an epic gamer. I don't know why I included this. I just thought it was a funny comment. Kevin's an epic gamer.
I mean...
Yeah. That's all I got. This is a funny comment. Oh, this guy. Always plotting. Sorry to put you through Home Alone 4. So when I made the poll, he was the one that pointed out to me that Home Alone 4 is apparently canon with that Kevin McAllister. I reject that reality. It's kind
of like the Cruella movie. Like they want it to be the same Cruella from the movie. It's not. I'm never going to believe that. I'm never going to buy into that. Disney.
I am absolutely doing Konosuba in the near future. Probably. You know what? I will do Konosuba for Women's Month. Because that is the equal rights show. Kazuya is the ultimate Kazuma is the ultimate feminist. Square up, thoughts.
I mean, yeah, we really need to get Aqua and
Darkness. Oh, for Dockies. I can shill the Darkness Docky.
Yeah, I have a Darkness Docky, but we haven't had time to do Aqua or Megumin because of time. So if anybody wants to, get on that commission list.
Interesting you didn't cover Kevin's traps from the Saw movies. That was just funny comment. I just included that. That's a good comment. This was an interesting factoid I did not know about. Chris Columbus, who directed the first 2 Home Alone films, saw how miserable Macaulay Culkin became after his success due to having an asshole dad who took advantage of his son's fame. So when Chris later directed the first 2 Harry Potter films, he made sure kids hired had a healthy family so that wouldn't happen again.
Aww.
I had no idea. That's a great factoid. I wish I knew that.
Depressing. Yeah. No,
Also,
I know Macaulay Culkin. Like he's talked about his dad being a bitch like forever.
Also, if you really listen to the music from Home Alone and Harry Potter, you can see a lot of parallels.
Yeah, it's a Williams, isn't it?
John Williams? Pretty sure.
Yeah, he did all.
No, Danny Elfman.
Danny
Elfman.
Okay, it's one of the two.
Yeah. Listen, they're the only guys who get work, okay?
I mean, they're really good.
Yeah, Danny Elfman. Kevin makes Kearu for me
Isn't
to...
Konosuba completed? I'm referencing the LN.
Maybe? You should do the ultimate simp with Kazuya from Rent-A-Girlfriend. No, I'm not doing Rent-A-Girlfriend.
There's a lot of figures of that. What's it supposed to be?
I don't know, but it's what I think it is.
Rent-A-Girlfriend just sounds like
it's
a horrible. Yeah.
So basically, in the latest chapter like 203, the dude gets cucked, like hard, and it's a very miserable chapter. And I'm like,
no
yeah,
thanks.
I'm not interested.
You're making a minor Jojo Rabbit reference. I'm interested in watching the movie. When did we make a Jojo Rabbit reference? It also applies to music.
I think I said that in... What movie? Kung Fu Panda?
When was the Jojo Rabbit reference? Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda, I want to say. Kazuya is neutral evil. I have not seen that.
Also applies to music from Hook. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I like this comment. Made me laugh. I included it. I included a response. Let's see. Wait, we're not supposed to take the made-up alignment system for a TTRPG applied to the fictional characters seriously? My whole life has been a lie. Thanks for the existential crisis today for Christmas. It was such a great gift. Very much appreciated. This was me referencing, do not take this video seriously.
Yeah.
I am chaotic neutral to the gore. Enjoy your existentialism.
I kind of want to watch Home Alone 2 again now.
I kind of do, yeah.
So
when we get off of this, we'll just...
Just turn it on so I can fall asleep to the funny.
Yeah.
It's getting late, too. I hate to say it.
Yeah, no, we're done. We're finishing up. I would object to your points on bullies, but no. Okay, so in the Home Alone video, I include a small, like, line of text that says, punch bullies in the face. And, yeah, I still say that. When I was in school, I literally punched every single bully who bullied me or my friends in the face. This is not an exaggeration or hyperbole. I punched and used violence on every single bully in school. Somehow I got away with it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Afterwards, they respected me for it, and I'm still in contact with them with this day.
Wait, which one?
I'm not going to tell you which one. I'm not going to say their name. Okay. But, like, I literally punched every bully, and I'm still friends with them. That's just how guys work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Punch bullies. Seriously. Do it. Punch. This is strictly talking about school children, though. Yeah. If you're an adult, sorry, you got to deal with it. If you're an adult, deal with it in another way. Go to the officials. It's just, yeah. School, okay, speaking as a teacher as well, it is very, very hard to catch a bully in the act. And teachers can only intervene when they catch someone in the act. And
that's the rule.
It's the rule. I can't stress enough that teachers cannot do a single goddamn thing against bullies unless they directly catch it. So, kids, you gotta punch a bully. They'll respect you for it. it's what it like. Don't be nice either. Yeah. Eventually, yeah. It'll cause short-term problems. But I'm going to tell you, high school, middle school, doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. I still stand by it. Punch bullies if you're a kid. If you're an adult, sorry. Yeah, you got to go through different ways. But as a kid, absolutely punch a bully. So you had a shonen face? Yeah. When the second count... Yeah. Teachers are minutes away. So as soon as the fighting starts, teachers have to show up. They have to intervene. Teachers often know, though. My principal actually, when I was working at a school, he didn't always stop fights. It was interesting. He was very based, actually. He was a very based principal.
Well, he understood that kids sort of needed a little bit of conflict in their lives just to...
It does. Like, bullying doesn't build character, but fighting a bully definitely builds character.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If Jojo beats up a bully, she's getting ice cream.
So, I actually have a story about that, because David got in trouble for that one time. I don't know if you know about this story, but, Mom had to go and pick him up from the office because he got an immediate suspension for 3 days.
Yeah.
Because, she was like, well, what happened? And he looked at him and was like, he called you a whore.
Aww.
And he punched the kid out, laid him out, because he called her mom a whore. And Mom was like, good boy.
Yeah.
So he had to stay home for 3 days, and she was like, yeah.
Yep.
That's my son.
Yep. No, that's
that would be me.
No, yep. Good for him. My beef isn't with Kevin, but it's with you. It took you way too long to acknowledge that the Wet Bandits changed their name. Funny comment. There was another comment I could not find, but I really liked it. And it was said, you gave Kevin a lawful good for wishing his family back, including the ones he didn't like. That actually should be chaotic good or neutral evil, because in doing so, he wished back a bully into the world. And I was like, that's a good point.
No.
So, yeah, funny comments, and that is all of them. I am out of comments. We did skip Scott Pilgrim, but honestly, I don't think much is lost there. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to all the super chats. I'm gonna give
69 viewers. Nice.
Nice. How do I fucking see? YouTube has a million goddamn data things for everything except what I want.
None of them are useful.
Hardly ever. Supers. Cool. Found them.
If you're the dude that has a stand up your bully, you're milking
Okay. Super chat thank yous to Anime Fan, Deadman, Link Holder, Jay the Real McCoy, Anime Fan again, Joey Overstreet. Lots of, you know what, Anime Fan, 3794. You just dropped like a shitload of money. Thank you. Nyanya Business. Great name. Nuke Assassin 4, Magami 33. Thank you everyone who donated super chats. This has been a ton of fun.
It has been. I'm glad we got to talk about all that. That was super cool.
But yeah, it has been about 3 hours, approaching 4 hours. We're gonna call it a night. Thank you all.
It is late.
It is 2 a.m. Holy fuck! It's time for bed.
Yeah, Jojo has school.
Jojo has school. Bye everybody.